And we are good. Acidia, feel free to start us off.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Parsies. Here we're going to be interviewing or introducing our hosting and interviewing staff who will be taking you through our event this evening. I'm Asetia. I like to parse and speed, mostly play tank, and I'm very happy to be helping with interviews and introducing some of our special guests tonight.
Hello, I am Jacqueline Griffin. I will be basically just our streamer for the night. I am also somebody who enjoys both parsing and speeds. Simon?
Hi, my name is Samir. I play Black Mage, and I recently got into parsing, and I'm so happy to be part of the Parsies here for all of you. I will be doing the interviews on the red carpet, as well as being your host for the nominations. And I look forward to experiencing this event with you guys.
I am Never Night. I am a co-owner of ARP, Anonymous Writing and Parsing. I am so happy to see everyone coming, and it's been a pleasure to organize this event and see the community come together. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
All right, our first interview tonight. Ooh. Well, actually, let's talk a little bit more about our staff and sponsor servers. This is an event put on mostly by SERP and ARP, two North American parsing pug servers mostly, but it's also for finding groups of people to play with in the future and talking about the game in general. So you can find links for ARP and information about SERP on our card. And we hope that if you guys are involved in these communities, this will get you a little bit interested and invested, and you'll be able to come check them out soon. Our first interview tonight is Soren Kurogiri, a ranged player with experience at both JP and North American data centers. Soren, could you please come take a seat? And Ava, could you drag in Soren? See in the interview queue? There we go. Hello, Soren. Pleasure to have you with us tonight.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
Oh, a bit tired. I just woke up. Hi.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Soren, it seems like we're already off to a bad start because you're sitting in my chair. So
Oh.
I'm going to have to ask you to vacate the seat. Thank you very much. All right, now we can get to business. So Soren, give us a little bit of an introduction about yourself. Who are you? What do you play? And how long have you been playing Final Fantasy XIV?
Hi, I'm Soren Kuriri. You might know me. I guess in the passing scene, I was the range player for 6.4 Oh My God Pushin. And then now on patch, I'm leading Myanmar Mondays. I play physical range. I've been playing since Esferdelos. Yeah,
Awesome.
I do play some melee on the side.
Thank you. So what drives you to hardcore parse both patches? It's very common for people to try really hard in 0.4 and 0.5. But you've pushed a little bit further, and you've really been putting in effort in both patches. Do you just really like it, or is there something else that drives you to play so much?
Well, I guess in 6.4, 6.4, I guess most people try hard during the event patch. So I kind of just follow the trend in 6.4. But for this odd patch, I guess what drove me was I had the opportunity to gather a really, really strong roster full of like top speeds players as well, including some members from RNG Factory. So given the opportunity, I felt that I couldn't really throw it to waste the opportunity this odd patch.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to at least show some results, show people what it means to really push optimization down to the very last minute detail.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
What was your favorite fight to parse this tier?
This tier, I would say probably Dorbos. Athena Dorbos was my favorite fight to pass. It's the shortest fight, and because of that, I think it's the most enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have the attention span to pass long fights like P11S.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you very much, Soren. Is there anything else you'd like to say before our next interviewee attends?
Yes. I'm really happy, very thankful to both of my statics in even and out patch for letting me play with them. I was really a big unknown player before coming here to NA Data Center, before 6.4. So I'm really, really lucky to have the opportunities that I've had. I'm really, really lucky that people actually believed in me to fill the range slot for all these really strong statics.
Thank you, Soren. That's really heartfelt. I'd love to talk to you all day, but unfortunately, we have to welcome our next interviewee in. But thank you very much for the thoughtful answers.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next up we have Hikari Nakajima. He is a Black Mage Lalafell from the Mateus world. Hikari, would you please like to come to the front? And can we bring Hikari into the voice channel, please? Hey, Hikari. Happy to have you here. I presume you want to give your answers through text, which is totally okay. We're just really happy to have you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you like to do in the game? I guess we have 2 Black Mage Lalafells here. That's crazy.
Well, actually, I'm currently on Red Mage, so we'll give Hikari the spotlight on this one.
All right. Oh, okay. Hikari DM'd me his answer. He says, I'm Hikari, a high-end Black Mage player known for trying to push the limits in both prog and parsing. His first year was in Alphascape all the way back in patch 4.4 in September of 2018. I didn't realize you've been playing that long, Hikari. That's really impressive. You seem really experienced. Have you spent all this time in Party Finder? Okay, he says Hikari spent almost all the time in Party Finder, but during Promise, he did toy with parse statics. Okay, yep, there we go. Okay, and are you thinking you're going to do the same thing in Dawn Trail? Are you going to be the Party Finder Black Mage in Dawn Trail, or do you have other plans in mind? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right, well, thank you very much, Hikari. I'd love to sit here and talk to you more about your hopes and expectations for Black Mage and Dawn Trail. We have to invite in our next interviewee, Chocolate Tea out of Genova.
Hello?
Hello.
Wait, why is just my people here?
Being quiet, bro.
hello?
Come in the interview room.
Yeah.
Are you lost,
Okay.
Chocolate Tea?
What happened?
Are you lost?
No, I'm here. I'm coming up. Sorry. I'm a little bit late.
Okay.
Fashionably late, one would say.
Where am I standing? Is this good?
Stand right between Samir and I. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Bro.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Your name is Chocolate Tea from Genova. Started playing towards the end of, I guess like midpoint of like 6.28. I think I had like my first P5 clear in like 6.2, and then I cleared the tier 6.28, and then I've just been playing since.
Mm-hmm.
But I first started like I think 2021, but all I did was like ocean fishing, and then I quit the game, and then I came back Abyssos. So
Mm-hmm.
been playing for like years, but more like 2 years since I've been like actually playing.
Sure. Okay. And you spend a lot of your time now parsing in, well, most of your time in general parsing in Party Finder. You play a lot of Machinist, right? So what has led you to where you are today? So what do you like about Ultimates? What do you like about Savage? What do you like about Machinist? Who
Uh,
made you chocolate tea?
made me.
Yeah.
I got into Dancer. That was the first job I started playing because I was told it was. I think I did all of Endwalker MSQ on Reaper because I wanted to play like the newest job, and I think I switched to Dancer because I was told that it was the easiest job, or like it was the easiest job from the easiest role, and I wanted to get into Savage, so I stuck with Dancer, and I started playing a lot more in 6.3, and that's kind of where I started parsing a lot, and then I switched to Bard because I thought I always wanted to play all three, and I guess Bard was second. So that was 6.3, and I just enjoyed killing the boss, just overall, and just playing with my friends at the time. And then a lot of my friends were, people who parse a lot too, who did speeds. So the transition to 6.4, I kind of progged by myself, and then I parsed by myself. So I kind of had to learn how to play a selfish job. So that's kind of where Machinist came in. I always wanted to play it. I thought it was hard. Since Machinist teaches you, like, Machinist is a gauge building job, which Bard and Dancer kind of aren't. Even though Bard has one, it's kind of RNG based, and so is Dancers.
Mm-hmm.
So
what I'm getting is,
yep.
You've chosen to play a very selfish job in a social activity.
I'm a selfish person, I think.
Chocolate Tea,
Alright.
do you think your parents would be proud that you're playing Machinist over Bard and Dancer?
I think so. I think so because I don't have to rely on others, right? So like I think it's important to know how well you're doing on a personal level. I think there's a lot of like people who want higher ranks, and a lot of that is just through buffs, and I kind of want to get my own ranks through my own like means, and I want to grief as many people as possible to achieve that. That's a joke, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you've communicated the evils in your gameplay to the world. But unfortunately, I have to welcome in our next interviewee, Lucky Mister.
Have a good one. Thanks for bringing me in.
Oh yeah, wait, one last question. How do you feel about Okie Dokie?
Yeah. I think he was very annoying at first when I met him at PF in 6.4, but I feel like he has transcended a lot. Really good player. I think he's accomplished a lot in a short time, and he's a much better player than I first met him. I think he's incredibly annoying, but not all great players are flawless, but he can definitely work on that.
Okay.
Okie Dokie just said he hates you. Any comment on that?
That's extremely rude coming from an ARP mentor, but like I said, all of us have to be selfish when we play this game, so I kind of understand it.
Unfortunately, we are tight on time. I'll have to invite in Lucky Mister, although I'm not sure I see them in Discord, so we may slot them in later in the schedule.
Well, it just so happens that the next person we can interview is one of our G posers who's right in front of us. Mai, can you please come for your red carpet interview?
We're great. Come on up, Mai.
Hello.
Hello.
So, Mai, can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what job you play, and how long you've been playing Final Fantasy XIV?
Hello, I'm Michael Goachi, and I am a healer main that has been waiting since the beginning of Eden Promise. I have waited quite a long time before around the Stormblood time, but I wasn't as serious about it. And I mainly play White Mage, but I have expanded within other healers that can be able to adapt within speed.
All right. When I looked at your profile, a few things stood out to me on FF Logs. So I noticed that you play a lot of healer, and you got historical gold on every fight. So my two questions for you are, what do you really like about being a healer player, and was that a specific goal of yours to get a gold log on every fight?
Being able to get a gold log is important, even though besides getting a lot of crits along the way. As a healer main, it's important to adapt and communicate with the whole static in order to progress in a very high optimal level. And I felt like it's important to utilize the kit well, and that you'll be able to get as much out of it by using it correctly.
All right, so we had a voting going out for nominations for different aspects in different fights. So I wanted to ask you, what was your all-time favorite track in all of Endwalker for Ultimate or Savage music?
I felt like P8S H2 is one of the best. I feel like, since the remix of the music goes really well with like the whole fight, and it has been enjoyable to plug as well as Opti within phase 2 of P8S.
All right, and yeah, I don't know what I was about to say.
Okay, I got one more. How do you feel about healers going into Dawn Trail? Do you think you like the direction of the design? Are you planning to keep playing White Mage, or is there another job you have your eye on?
I have been thinking to lean more towards Astro, but since the Astro we work on the cards, I might have to play around with it. I might just switch between both White Mage and Astro. Within the healers and then the news about it, I felt like it could be more improvement within like the kit, but with the future announcement regarding job uniqueness, I would like to see more into the jobs that can be not just mostly just healers, but more like unique to their job itself.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Mai or Samir?
No, I should be good.
I'm also good as well.
All right, then let's bring in Lucky Mister if we've got a hold of him now.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hello, Lucky. Are you looking to type your answers or speak?
I can speak.
All right, awesome. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you like to play?
I like to play healers in this game because I just like healing in general and playing with people's life. That's just basically
Okay.
me. I just find DPS jobs to be very boring in this game.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. When I looked at your FF logs, I saw a lot of Sage. I saw you've cinched rank 1 Sage multiple times. What about Sage in particular appeals to you?
Is just basically a new healer at Endwalker. When I switched from White Mage to Sage, that's what basically made me play Sage. And then the goal of I started parsing a little bit at Asphodelos, and then I just kind of elevated to me trying to get to rank Chase, and yeah, basically that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky, how do you feel about this so-called healer strike that everybody seems to be talking about? Are you all for it? What do you think Square should take healing into Dawn Trail?
Personally, I think the strike is really, really stupid. Personally, but um, you, I don't know how to phrase it, but I feel like you just need healers for this fight, for this game. Like it's like the percentage of people actually trying like no healer comp is just so tiny compared to like it's just kind of pointless to have to strike.
Agreed. So how do you think we can make these people happy? Obviously, there's some sort of compromise Square can do to appeal to both parties. So what do you think that could be?
Apart from making the bosses do more damage, I have no idea what Square can do really. Apart from like making jobs like have their unique identities and maybe stop giving jobs like strong self-sustain or something along those lines.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And one last question. How do you personally handle the crit grind? Does it ever get to you having to do so many runs, or do you think
Yes,
that's part of the fun?
it's part of the fun, but at the same time, it's really miserable when you get a god run, and then sometimes, and most of the time, you just don't get run. You get runs that don't crit in. It's really, really miserable.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you very much. I think we'll be welcoming in our next interviewee as soon as they're available.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. And I hope you have a great time in Dawn Trail.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have
absolutely.
a good one.
Thank you. See ya.
Yep. All right. Next on our list, we have Naomi from Jacqueline and I's very own speed team here to talk about Melee. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you guys?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad to hear that. So all expansion I've noticed you've parsed on Dragoon. What about Dragoon in particular is appealing to you?
I think it's more of just a legacy choice for me. I've been playing the class for a few years now, so it's just sort of my comfort pick.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen in the off patch that you also dabbled a little bit in Ninja. With Viper being added to the melee role in Dawn Trail, do you think you'll be adding that job to your arsenal?
Yes, my plan is to be as proficient on Viper as the rest of the melees that I currently am.
What about Viper specifically seems appealing to you?
Mostly that it's a new experience. I think playing this game for a long time can really make it get a little stale. So having something new is always really refreshing.
Mm-hmm. You played for a really long time, right?
Yes.
All the way back
How long
since
have you
was
been
it-
playing for?
Yeah, how long?
So I've been mostly raiding and parsing since like Stormblood and early Shadowbringers, but I've been playing the game since 1.0.
Oh wow.
1.0 is a very long time. What exactly gets you to log in every day?
I'm a nerd. But I love Final Fantasy just as a franchise, so I generally enjoy the game.
Fair enough. I think all of us can share that same sentiment.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all enjoy this game.
Is there anything in particular you're excited about next expansion besides the jobs?
I am very interested in the direction they might go with raiding, considering some recent comments from Yoshi P. I am hoping that it will enter a sort of new phase for the game.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else you'd like to ask her, Samir?
How do you feel about the Dragoon changes? I hear some people in the community are a little bit split about how they carried over some things and how they got rid of other things. How do you feel?
I think that the new changes will make the job sort of interesting, but it definitely shows that they have ignored some of the problems with the class.
And you still plan on playing it regardless?
At least a little bit, yes. But I don't know if I'll still be maining it.
All right.
Well, thank you very much, Naomi. I think we will be welcoming in our next interview now. I think we have next on the list Aura, who's been nominated for a very entertaining award. Aura, could you please come in? There you are.
Thank you for
Hi.
having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye. All right. Hello, Aura.
Hello.
Believe it or not, I think you're one of the few interviewees I have not spoken to very much before. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. I'm Aura. I have been playing since Asphodelos. I got into the parsing scene mainly in Abyssos. I've kind of stuck with Ninja for the most of it. But yeah.
So, Aura, I wanted to ask, how does it feel to have probably the worst crit amongst all the Ninja players in all of Final Fantasy 14?
You know, someone's got to own the title. I guess it's just me.
All right.
Yeah. Go all of a top clear with 2 crit buffs and 2 crits on Hyosho, which is, it is what it is.
Oh wow, that's egregious. Do you plan to keep playing Ninja in Dawn Trail, or is there another job that's caught your eye?
I'm probably gonna move to more of an Omni, but I will keep Ninja as my main. That I probably will keep doing.
Mm-hmm. I think I hear from a lot of people they're interested in trying out more jobs. I think they're really succeeding in the game's direction in that sense and letting people cross-roll more accessibly and cross-job.
It's mainly the fact that they didn't really change anything about Ninja, so it's probably going to be the same job. So keep it
Sure.
refreshing for myself and move to more roles and jobs.
That makes sense. Aura, are you aware what award you've been nominated for tonight?
I am.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Why are you the most likely to DC?
So, with my static Parabellum, there was a couple months where we decided to prog DSR in the off patch. And it was quite a toss up if I was going to DC during the pull or not. It was probably every 20 minutes I would be DCing for the span of 2 to 3 months. So sometimes it would be a good day, sometimes it would be a bad day. There was one time where it really knocked the morale down where I DC'd in P7, and I think that was my static lead last straw.
Oh,
I
that's
do
tragic.
also want to mention that I did raid with Aura an hour ago, and he did in fact DC during that raid.
Wow.
And
That wasn't
Promise,
a DC. That was a power outage. There's a difference.
All right.
to which you disconnected.
That's fair.
So I can tell who you're voting for, Samir.
Oh.
All right,
You
one
can
last
definitely
question.
tell.
Do you personally believe you're being punished? Do you deserve disconnecting this much? Is this like recompense for playing melee DPS, or is there something else going on?
Okay, man. I don't know. I feel like maybe just Yoshi P, instead of sending me to GM jail, this is my punishment.
Mm-hmm. I totally believe that. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Thank you for
Well,
visiting
hopefully,
us, Aura.
Aura, you don't disconnect during the event.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
It is very nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, okie dokie, come on in. Okerson. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. Really excited to be here.
Okay. Care to introduce yourself?
I am Okidoki. I've been playing the game since around the time Endwalker came out, and I've been parsing since, I guess, Abyssos. I used to play tank. Now I am an Omnicaster.
So, Okidoki, what inspired the fit today? What are you wearing, and where did you get it from?
My fit, I was originally gonna wear something else, but then I looked up how to get it an hour before the event, and I realized that I had to do like a really long quest line to do it. So I just went inside my glamour dresser and I picked out this.
All right, I respect it. All right, I have another question. This one is asked by an adoring fan, actually. We couldn't help but notice you have 2,255 kills this tier. Why? Are you okay? Do you just like the game a lot? Something up?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I just really like playing the game. That's
okay.
That's all there is to it.
Are you sure you don't have any personal life situations that you're trying to escape from?
No. I just like have a lot of fun just playing this game.
That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. There's a lot of negativity around, to be honest, even amongst people who are super passionate about parsing. It's an experience with its highs and lows, so it's really refreshing to hear a lot of positivity about how much fun it is to play the game and to partake in our community. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. You used to be a Lalafell. What made you switch to Catboy?
So my melee actually, during the Penguins event where we speedran Door Boss, my melee bought me a Fantasia, and we both switched to Catboy for a little bit, and then my melee ditched me, so now I'm just stuck as Catboy because I don't have a Fantasia and I don't want to buy another Fantasia.
So if I buy you a Fantasia, would you switch back?
Sure.
All right, be on the lookout.
All right, one last question. I've recently been informed that you actually have obtained a BetterHelp partnership, and we can get a discount on our first therapy session with our discount code Kokaidos in honor of your 921 Kokaidos kills. Is this true? Are you broaching new ground in the parsing community?
Yeah, actually, we are planning a crossover with. I'm trying to plan a crossover with BetterHelp, so that way all people who farm P9S and Party Finder can seek the help they need.
That's awesome. Thank you. That's a wonderful outreach, and I honestly think we should give you an award just for that. But
Thank you.
unfortunately, or fortunately, your fate is in the hands of our voters.
Oh, I see.
Uh-huh. Well, I think we'll be welcoming in our next interviewee as soon as we can. So thank you very much, Oki, and I'll see you downstairs.
All right, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right. Our next interviewee is our first special invited guest. This is content creator Sonic Ryder, also known as Jonathan. Would you please report to the red carpet?
Walking up.
All right. So I'm actually not that familiar with you, Sir Sonic Ryder. Do you care to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So yeah, I'm I would say primarily a Final Fantasy YouTuber. And I do a bit of raiding too, but I'm not like super deep in the parsing scene, but I kind of enjoy a lot of it from afar. And I kind of dabble in everything from like raiding and crafting to RP and everything in between, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have actually seen your YouTube channel. I remember now. Yeah, okay.
Nice.
You actually, you make videos on a lot of different types of things. A very, very polyglot variety YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
Different subjects in the game.
Jonathan, what exactly got you into YouTube? Can you tell us a little bit about how it started and why you continue to post that next video?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's always been a thing I've kind of done. Like, I would say even like as far as like a decade and a half ago, I got into YouTube making like Halo 2 videos, and then it's kind of just followed me from game to game. And I haven't been consistent with it. Like, I definitely took gaps throughout the years. But as I got into Final Fantasy 14 really heavily with the launch of Endwalker, it was just kind of like a natural progression where I was like, oh, I really like this game and I'm playing it every day, so I might as well talk about it because I have a lot to say.
Do you want to shout yourself out? Do you want to let the viewers know where they can find you?
Oh, sure, yeah. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/sonicrida, SONICRIDA. The videos lately have been a little slow because of something that I'll be talking about a little bit later on in the show. But yeah, if you want to follow me there or on Twitter with the same username, I'm happy to have more people checking me out.
Mm-hmm.
If there was one video you had to have them watch, this is their first time viewing your channel, they've never seen your content before, there was one video they had to watch, what would you recommend?
Probably my video on people getting upset about the Mandible weapons. Not necessarily because I personally hate them as much, but I think it's probably one of the videos I've worked the hardest on, and I'm proud of a lot of the editing in there. And it gives a good example of the quality I kind of want to set for like what standards my videos have.
Mm-hmm. I'll definitely check it out later. Thank you. And then my next question is, a lot of people who play the game don't have a big interest in the parsing or speeds or rating or optimization scenes, but you, as someone who doesn't raid that much, still have an interest in it. What draws you to the scene? What's interesting about it to you?
I just love learning about the game, and I really appreciate a lot of the hard work that goes into understanding all the details of the jobs and talking with other people in the scene who are really pushing their jobs to like a world-class level. I think it's fascinating, and that's stuff that I really like learning about and exposing to other people, even if I don't have the time to, spreadsheet for hours myself. And I still have fun playing, even if I'm not pushing my scores that high, So I like being involved, and I like finding out what people are doing, and I like sharing that with others.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And I'm really excited to hear about your announcement later on.
Wonderful. I am too.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the audience?
If anyone's watching and not here, it's actually pretty cool. The venue is really nicely set up, especially in the basement, and lots of people are here. So it's a good way to meet a lot of other people in the scene if you want to come through.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much. I think we'll be welcoming our next interviewee. This is another content creator and streamer. We have the one and only Sneerful. Hello, Sneer.
Oh,
Hi.
covered.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Take your time. All right. So, I suspect most people watching this have probably heard of you. You've been pretty active in the community this patch. But for those who don't, care to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'll tell you guys about me. My name's Sneerful. I mainly play Dragoon. I'm a melee main. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 since Sigmascape, so back in Stormblood. I was really casual in Stormblood. I played a little bit in Eden and Shadowbringers, and I was originally pretty casual at the start of Endwalker, and then I've just been tryharding now. But yeah, I really like Opti. I love raiding. I'm a WoW refugee. I come from WoW, and I definitely respect all the raiders that I've raided with, played with, and yeah, thank you for having me. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. No need to apologize. I want to hear about your experience playing the game. That's exactly the right answer. So I did notice this was your first tier parsing with a lot of intensity. What changed? What brought you to wanting to optimize more? Was it the right group? Was it you like your job a lot? What's going on?
Yeah, so I originally got into parsing at the start of, or in the middle of Asphodelos and Abyssos. And I originally got into parsing in PF, so I met a lot of the people here today through PF, right? And that's how I got like my initial logs. And then eventually, I just kept on grinding in PF, and eventually, Parabellum reached out to me, and I joined, and I'm with them, and they're really the reason why I've been doing so well. Like I wouldn't have gotten here without my team and everyone I raided with. But yeah, I definitely am driven to improve myself because I want to push myself to my limit and try to be the best I can be. And yeah, I want to also help other people get their PBs as well. So yeah.
You mentioned earlier that that you came from World of Warcraft. What does Final Fantasy have that WoW doesn't?
I would say that the jobs, or at least my rotation, is a lot more stimulating. I think they're probably more fun to me comparatively. And I think the jobs, or I would say like the raids are a lot more flashy, right? Like they're visually really beautiful and the story is great, right? And I think it's a lot more personal, because it's a smaller raid size, it's a team of 8 instead of like 20, So you kind of get to know like your static mates more, and I really like that aspect as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you
And
come on Dragoon, what is Dragoon the first job you started on, or did you kind of find Dragoon later?
Yeah, so I started on Dragoon like way back in Stormblood. I came from Fury Warrior from WoWs, and I've always been like melee anti-brain. Like I just love big weapons and like strong woman. And I was like, I want to play like melee, and Dragoon was like pretty cool, and I was like, it looks cool, and like the lances are cool and stuff. And ever since I was like a noob, like I've really enjoyed the job. Like I think it plays pretty well, and current Endwalker Dragoon like feels so fun. Definitely, I would recommend trying it if you like it.
okay. I'll have you know, I actually play with a couple of active Dragoons this patch, and they all call you the Dragoon Queen. How do you feel about that?
Oh my god, I don't know why anyone calls me that. I don't know, but I appreciate it. Like I don't know why people think of me like that, because I'm just another person, just another raider, right? Because I view myself as not really talented. Like I'm not a person that's like naturally gifted. So to get to this point, I had to work hard, study a lot, learn a lot, and fail a lot to get here. And I don't try to put myself on a pedestal, because it's not me that gets me here. It's like everyone around me. But I appreciate it, I guess. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. And one last question. Do you feel like parsing and raiding with your team makes good stream content? Or do you feel like you're more of a personality streamer and you just happen to be raiding at the same time?
I wouldn't say it's just rating, or I don't think of it in that way. I think more of my stream is like a journey to like record my rating progress. Well, that's why I originally started streaming. Was I streamed way back in a while, like, and when I started rating again in Asphodelos, just as a way to kind of like record as sort of like a visual diary my progress, right? Review the VOD, see what I'm doing wrong, and eventually a community started forming around it, and I view it more as like trying to record my journey becoming better, and everything else is just extra. All the people that I've met, just all the opportunities. It's all just, I'm thankful for all of it, and definitely like raiding is great content, but I'm also just a person too. So I think of my stream more as it's multifaceted. Like it's my raid plus me plus my hopes, dreams, and passions. It's everything. So yeah.
Wow, that was a lot more touching than I thought it would be.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much, Sneer. That's awesome. All right, well, I'll looking forward to seeing you in the ceremony later on, and I believe we will be welcoming in our next guest, Elevation. All right, Samir, you gonna behave yourself around another caster, or you gonna get it together? Okay, calm down, bro. Hello, Elevation. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm very happy to see you here tonight.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too.
Mm-hmm.
So, Elevation, I wanted to start off by asking you, how are you able to play the most boring of the casters throughout your time playing Final Fantasy XIV?
I mean, for my purpose, like, obviously my involvement with the World Race kind of obligates me to play whichever job that I feel and that my group feels gives us the best chance in a prog setting. And so Summoner just unfortunately continues to be that job right now. Beyond that, like, I did do parsing this most recent raid tier with Summoner as well, but I did most of that pretty much through Party Finder, and I kind of just stuck with a job that I had already been in practice with playing for the past like couple of years. I do also though keep up with playing the other two casters. I do regularly play Red Mage, even if a lot of people don't necessarily see me playing the job. I still do like Party Finder ultimates and other random things where I will play that job, and then Black Mage whenever I just really want to have some fun. So.
Mm-hmm. So you've been playing the game for a really long time, right? And I think a lot of that is progression rating as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that background?
Yeah, so I actually first started playing the game in patch 3.2. So I am very much a boomer when it comes to Final Fantasy. But I started getting involved with like hardcore prog and world prog around patch 4.4 with AlphaScape. Joined my first world prog group around that time. We played very well, but kind of had an unfortunate incident that caused us to not place as well as we were kind of hoping for. But I just kind of stuck through it over the years. Managed to be in a few really good groups over that time. Had a few top 5 finishes, but finally was able to kind of climb the top of the mountain this most recent tier and got first place. So,
if you had to give everyone one bit of advice to enter the world prog scene, what would you give them? What do they need to know to even tackle something like world prog?
I feel like there's so many answers I could really give, but probably the best thing I could say is to just, have a very open-minded mentality towards everything. Really understand that, as a player, you always have room to grow and you always have room to improve. And especially with prog, there are so many different. I feel like it's such a different skill set that you need to develop as a player to be very good at prog. But kind of just take everything in stride. If you make mistakes, just try to analyze and understand, ways in which you can get better, and especially developing better habits that will allow you to succeed in more of a prog environment compared to perhaps if you come from more of an opti environment. So just go in with an open mind. Just try to learn from your mistakes and just go in with like a mentality that you're there to help your group clear content. That is the end goal, is you just clearing content as fast as possible. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would say.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And you're a very long-time caster player, right? I think I've read your guide to progging on caster, actually. It's very informative. Are you excited for the upcoming caster, Pictomancer?
Oh, I am. I've put in a lot of time recently doing like spreadsheeting and just trying to like understand what the job's going to do next expansion. I think that the job definitely looks very fun, both from a rotation standpoint, just being able to press buttons and optimize your damage output, but also from a utility perspective. The first time that a range job, well, I guess not a range job, but like a caster job will have sort of the movement and utility that Pictomancer is going to bring. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers?
No. Hi everyone. Thanks for having me. Shout out to my amazing partner who loves me so dearly.
Aw.
Is that why she killed you last night in Among Us?
Probably, yeah. That probably had a lot to do with it. Very much so.
Now we have the filler to the lore.
Yeah, I was betrayed very badly last night.
Unfortunate.
How did that conversation go?
Yeah. I was a little upset, but it's fine. I couldn't believe it.
All right, well, let's welcome in our next interviewee, Apollo. Thank you very much, Elevation.
Yeah, thank you.
And good luck next expansion.
Thank you, you too.
All right, Apollo, hello.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep,
Yes.
it's the penguin guy himself. He's here.
Yep. How's everything going, y'all?
It's going well. I'm happy to have you here tonight. Happy to have everyone here tonight. And I'm glad these interviews have been going relatively smoothly.
I'll try and change that. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah? Okay. So how have you been playing recently, Apollo?
What have I been even playing? Oh man, I've been doing Criterion with a couple of friends. The Savage Criterion, and yeah, it's actually been kind of fun. I had to play healer, which I think there's like a running gag in my group that we look at our HP bars and then all of us will say someone should heal us, including me.
Someone, of course.
Someone should heal us.
Okay. So you've been a long time contributor to Team Sleepo Cat, right?
Yeah, I was I joined them towards the end of Shadowbringers. So yeah, and have been playing with them and doing sheets and all that kind of stuff for basically all of Endwalker.
So you don't raid anymore, but you still participate and contribute to the team in a sheeting and a planning context, right? So what brings you back to the optimization aspect to this game, even without hands on keyboard in instance that often?
I think it is still kind of fun to like plan out and optimize and work on this stuff at times, even if you don't really get to play. I do sometimes, like I'll sub in if like we need a replacement tank or any other role and try it out. But yeah, I don't really have the kind of time to do the really, really, really long sessions outside of like short bursts. I can't really afford to do that. So I just kind of help out where I can, whenever I have the time.
So Apollo, I wanted to ask, I myself have never really done speeds too much before. So for me and many people like me, what advice would you give to someone who's interested in doing speeds? Should we do speeds? What do we need to know? How do we get started?
I would say that if you're parsing and you're still having a lot of fun parsing and it satisfies you, probably keep doing that. But if you're starting to like maybe want something more than parsing or to like kind of go beyond just your own personal little number, that's where speed comes in. And I would say just try to do your best, but understand you're not going to get it all right, and you're going to have to iterate on it and improve and just try again. Maybe, like the first time you do it, you just tell yourself, I'm not ready to play the meta job for this particular fight or a job that's way better. And that's fine. Just do it. Get a team that's going to support you and do it. And then maybe next time you go through and say, okay, maybe I can try this new job, or maybe I'm ready to try out these new strats.
You seem very focused on the team aspect of the game. Is this due to your penguin flocking instinct, or is there something else?
Yeah, but I think I've said this like many times to many people, but like the hardest prog in this game is roster prog. Like it isn't hard to. It's way easier to do what you need to do. It's way harder to find 7 other players who can meet your level and is like perfect for whatever task you're trying to do. And so I really take a lot of time to like talk to the people that I'm playing with and understand them and help them so that we're all up at the same level and we're all like aligned on the same goal to make it successful, whatever we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience, or anything else you'd like to ask Mr. Apollo, Samir? Or sorry, Mr. Van Waddleberg.
No, I have nothing other than I hope to see you around in Dawn Trail, and hopefully we get to raid together one day.
Maybe if I ever decide to blow up a PF party. I was told to do a shout out to like the Sleepo people. Quote, if you don't give us a shout out or something, you suck. So yeah, shout out to the Sleepo people. Shout out to Katsu. He told me he had a dream of like progging like the cat boss in the first floor of Dawn Trail, the one that they showed. And that he like imagined that there's gonna be some cleaving tank buster and it's a tank swap. And so he does his part and he does it properly, moves out of the way, and then I just run on top of him and body his ass. And I find it funny because even in his dreams I fucking own his ass.
That's hilarious. All right, well, in case Katsu's premonition ends up being correct, we now have it on recording. Someone clip that. All right. We have another Sleepo Cat member up next, or another longtime Sleepo collaborator. Taisi, come on in.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm. All right, so for a long time, people have known you as perhaps the most recognizable samurai in our region. How do you feel about the job as it is now and going into Dawn Trail?
I think Sam is just like one of the most fun melee I've ever played in almost any MMO.
Mm-hmm.
With regards to like, I guess played now, I really like how it plays. I'm kind of sad about the Miyakyo changes and tying Tsubame's hands behind its back. But for the most part, it's going to feel pretty similar. And I don't know. I'm excited to just try it. Obviously, we can judge everything by looking at all the tooltips and stuff, but I ultimately just want to see how it feels in practice and judge it from there.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ty, I wanted to ask you a question, and I think this will clear some things up for a lot of people. But some people think your last name is just pronounced C, Sai, Chi. Can we just get confirmation on what it actually is?
Yeah, it's so... Yeah, Taisi is what I go by, and I just split it in half. Because, yeah, my character name actually used to be Spicy Taisi, and then I saw someone running around Limsa when I like just started the game. Because I didn't realize you could just have 2 characters in each name. Otherwise, I would have done this from the beginning. But I come from WoW, so like you have to have 3 characters minimum, and I just kind of assumed you couldn't do that. So when I saw that, I just renamed instantly, and it is what it is now.
Are you planning on continuing to play WoW? I hear that you're playing more WoW right now. Are you going to come back for Dawn Trail, go a little bit harder for the Savage tier? What exactly are your plans for 7.0?
I plan on doing World Prog and helping Sleepo with whatever else I can. For WoW, I'll try the new expansion. I don't really know. I'll probably never touch like the World Prog side of WoW again.
Aw. Samir kind of sniped my question, actually. I was going to ask a little bit about your experience. You raided with BDG recently, right?
Yes, I did. It was a fantastic time. Great experience. Just, I don't know. It feels very, very different, and it feels very locked down to like, if you're not one of the top guilds in the world, like it almost feels hopeless. Whereas like in 14, it's like you just kind of get 8 people together, log in, day the raid comes out, and get some crafty gear and go. Feels like anyone can do something in 14.
That's awesome. All right, you premeditated my question. I was going to ask what keeps bringing you back to Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
I guess it's some answer of Samurai and the accessibility.
Yeah, I just that's exactly it. I think from a prog standpoint, I think 14's accessibility is like unmatched, and it's just the ability to like feel like you're being competitive while not having all these like hurdles you have to get over or obstacles you have to overcome with organizing or having like tons of resources just feels very daunting. And WoW, even at the highest end, and in 14 it feels significantly less so.
Well, thank you very much. We will be inviting in another Sleepo Cat teammate here. We have perhaps your longtime melee Jackal coming on in.
Shout out to Sleepo gang.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Jackal, how you doing?
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
All right. I saw your Y'shtola cosplay. That's awesome.
Oh my god, people blush. I put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, I could tell. It was very high quality.
Thank you.
All right. So, most people know you as a ninja player. I think you're very recognizable on that job, especially during Endwalker. I feel like if I talk to people who don't even parse, they probably know you as the ninja person on the balance. But
Yeah.
you actually are pretty experienced with all melees by now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you looking forward to Viper?
I mean, I did a lot of Viper theory crafting. I'm a little scared it's gonna be a little bit on the rails. Like, I think it plays like a lot like Reaper already. You know, that was like a double awaken window. So I'm a little afraid of that. And the filler being a little bit more hands-on, like handheld. But I am pretty excited to actually play a new fucking melee job.
Yeah. Yeah, you seem to take to Reaper really heavily, so I was interested if you had some intrigue in this one.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just curious if you had any interest in Viper, because I knew you liked Reaper a lot.
Oh, I am unfortunately a Viper mentor in the battle.
Ah, unfortunately. You're not excited?
No, I'm excited. I'm pretty excited,
okay.
actually.
So, Jackal, what exactly got you into Final Fantasy XIV? When did you first start playing, and why do you continue to log in?
Well, I've been seriously playing since Eden's Gate, but technically I started this game in 2.0 beta, but I quit because I wanted to focus on college, and I didn't start playing again until Shadowbringers. And I don't know, once I got into Savage, I was like, oh my god, this is so much fun. So I think optimizing jobs is really fun, and it's got me into speeds and making spreadsheets and doing code.
Oh, is that what you went to school for, or is this just like what you find an interest in it?
Oh, no. I went to school for software engineering, yeah. But
Okay,
I was just like, I never had like a personal project, like a personal project on my own time. But doing stuff in this game has like made me realize, oh, I want to make stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I feel exactly the same. I went to school for software, and this is like one of the two personal projects I've put a lot of time into in the rest of my life, and that's programming for various Final Fantasy XIV stuff. So that's actually my next question. This is a pretty high-level question, I guess, but how has access to simulation tech changed your approach for next expansion? Has it changed how you evaluate Reaper, or do you feel like this is pretty much the same as preparing for Endwalker release?
Well, depends what kind of theory crafting we're talking about. Individual job theory, I can accomplish most of what I've been doing through my rotation planners. I don't really use a simulator for that, even though there's a public one and I have my own simulator. I prefer my rotation planners, and I freaking love making them as well. For speeds, it's a little different. The simulator has changed how we approach stuff. We had a lot of learning pains switching from a no simulator to like a full DPS simulation workflow, including forcing everyone to like spreadsheet, which is great. Everyone should spreadsheet in speeds. It also introduced considerate planning preparation prior to like touching a fight, so we don't even have to like walk into a fight before we have like a good idea what we're expecting. And I really enjoy that. I think it's a lot of fun. But determining a realistic kill time with such accuracy versus having to effectively guess was like the biggest part of like getting a simulator for speeds. and then using that information to further improve our rotations to get a faster kill time. Of course, the group still needed to like perform and come up with ideas and rotations that would yield results, so it still relied on player skill. But if you put like eccentric, their P9 is like a 632, I think.
Yeah,
If you put that into a simulator, it's pretty interesting because the likelihood of them getting like a 635 is pretty high. Meanwhile, you have groups, struggling to even get that, but they had a really excellent plan. And the simulator showed me that the most crucial steps and speeds is the planning that occurs before you even touch a fight. Of course, the sim didn't help with any LB stuff. That's a whole fucking different monster.
That's kind of changing the face of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of sims, I did work on a website for Amarantine Sim that I hope will be shown off later in the stream. Shout out to Noya, Apollo, and our friend Amarantine for working together to make that come true.
I've had my eyes on that too. It's very convenient, and I'm sure you'll get the chance to talk about it later. Is there anything else you'd like to say to your adoring ninja fans in the audience?
I fear Ninja's not good for Dawn Trail.
Oh no.
The changes don't look very good.
Oh, that's tragic.
They make me sad.
All right. Well, would you like to welcome in your next Sleeplecat teammate, Exuplosion, with me?
I love Explosion.
All right, come on in, Exu. Hello. All right, we have two Lalafell casters in front of me again.
Wait a minute. This isn't Exu. This is Cryo. Pictomancer main. Oh my god, I didn't know we had a member of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn here.
Special guest appearance, yeah.
Is this your way of telling us you've moved on from your previous identity, Exu?
I haven't moved on. It's just, another side of the coin, probably.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. It seems like everyone's receiving Pictomancer pretty positively, which is great. It's such a cute job. I'm excited to play it too.
Yeah, a lot of people were bashing the effects. I really like them, and I think the job's going to be really fun to play.
So, Exu, do you think you can tell us a little bit about how you started playing Final Fantasy XIV and what gets you to continue logging in every day?
Yeah, I started playing in, I guess, 4.3 in Stormblood, but I didn't really start raiding until Eden's Gate. That's when I, first started, stepping into Savage for the first time and even like trying to get better at the game. I would say it wasn't until like Eden's Verse when I started playing with Sleepocat that I started really, optimizing more and consistently getting better over time. And really what gets me to keep playing is just playing with my team and keep improving.
I've also noticed that you've been getting into Big Fish. As a matter of fact, I think you just claimed yourself a new title. Do you wanna show that off?
Oh yes, I am a newly minted final fish as of a week ago. So I've caught every big fish in the game. It was a long and arduous task. Took me about 4 months of work. But wow, fishing is actually really fun. It's like the secret caster that other people need to start playing.
Are you going to continue the Big Fish grind in Dawn Trail?
For sure, yeah. I'm going to keep up with the fish and hopefully get that new title as soon as it comes out.
Mm-hmm. So you're another streamer, content creator. You do Twitch and YouTube mostly around Black Mage and other casters, right?
Yes.
So I actually hear pretty commonly that you're the reason that people like Black Mage or like casters are inspired by them. And I guess what I want to say is, how does it feel to know that a lot of people look up to you as a caster player?
Oh, I don't know. You're putting me on the spot.
sorry.
I try and do my best to, say positive things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I enjoy that people, try and look for things like that in my content and my streams. So I do try and be as helpful as I can in my streams and videos. but I did get some pretty good reception on some of that during Endwalker, which I really appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to ask. Sorry, I said yeah.
No, you're fine.
What do you think about Okidoki? He recently reached 600 ASP in
Oh
patch
my
6.5 on Black Mage. Do you have anything to say to him?
I don't talk to Catboys.
Oh my gosh.
But
You heard it
also,
here first.
I think Okidoki needs a much needed break from doing some runs. I was trying to load his P9S page and my Google Chrome crashed because there was too many kills.
Oh my god. All right, I'll pass on the message. Thank you very much, Exu. And I hope you're excited for the Black Magician and the Pictomancer in Dawn Trail.
Oh, I'm excited for Pictomancer. I don't know about Black Magician too much, but hey, Pictomancer looks fun.
Yeah, I've heard some doom, perhaps well warranted. All
Yes,
right,
sadly,
well,
I think we're at the end of Black Mage and being a very fun job.
that is a tragedy. It's like the last job with full expressiveness now.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you very much, and I'll be inviting in our last guest. All right, just to make sure we have all the casters represented, we've spoken to a summoner, we've spoken to multiple Black Mages, we've spoken to some upcoming and hopeful Pictomancers, and now we're speaking to a Red Magician. Hello, Maz. How are you today?
Doing fine. Just got out of raid. Just
Oh.
some time to talk to you.
Okay. Well, what kind of raid are you guys up to? You preparing for next expansion?
Yeah, we're like wrapping up our Dawn Trail prep before the extension comes out, and we get locked in EX Trial jail for about a month.
I see. They're gonna have you in the mines.
Yeah, I can't wait to do 150 close of each GX again.
I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to the fights. So, yeah. So this last tier, 6.4, you ended the patch at 600 ASP on Red Mage, which is, I don't know if it's unheard of or unprecedented, but it's at least pretty rare.
It's
How was
happened
that?
before.
What's the next step for you in parsing?
Oh God, do it
Is
again.
it 1200 ASP? Do it again. Okay, that's a good goal.
As far as I know, it's been done for 2 tiers of an expansion before in Shadowbringers, but not 3. So maybe I could go for the 3-peat. I don't know.
For 3-peat would be cool. Okay. And you also recently transferred in from Japan. This was your first tier playing in North America, right? Or at least in a little bit?
My first full tier. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been jumping between regions since I started playing. This is the first time I've done the entire tier in NA.
Mm-hmm. And do you plan on staying in NA next expansion?
Yeah, I think I'll be here a long time now. I do miss GP a little, but my goals are much more attainable by playing in NA.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you still plan on playing Red Mage, or do you have your eyes on Pictomancer as well?
I think you have to learn Picto, just because you never know how it'll shake out numerically, and I'm sure it'll be fun to learn something new as well, but I'm praying that Red Mage is still pretty viable numbers-wise so I can continue playing it.
Yeah, it seems like
it's
you
just the most fun job I am.
Yeah, it seems like you're a very big fan. What was your favorite fight this tier, this expansion, just in recent memory to play Red Mage on, to optimize it with?
I guess this tier is probably all of us, but they're all pretty boring. They all play basically the same. Not much nuance in execution as opposed to just like playing correctly. But in this expansion, you got to do a bunch of creative things in DSR, which I really enjoyed. It was like the beginning of the prevalence of the Manific Crush ideology, and you could go for like a bunch of double Contra 6 phases in 37-second uptimes, which is like 1.5 seconds of leeway. So it just felt really rewarding to do properly, as opposed to like the recent Savages. There hasn't been a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. All right. And are there any upcoming changes in Dawn Trail you're especially excited for Red Mage?
I think the job will generally play about the same as like an overall flow. It's going to be a little easier to manage the gauge numerically because you can no longer overcap using Manapic, but I think giving 2 instants from acceleration now instead of 1 is just going to make the micro like way harder to do properly, and you'll probably get rewarded a lot more for spreadsheeting, which is something I'm tentatively looking forward to because I've never had to sheet my rotation in depth before.
Do you have a
So if
sheet,
do
or should you go?
What are you asking?
Do you have a sheet, or do you want to go bug Jackal to make one? She said she loves making rotation planners.
I
Come on,
know,
get on
but
that.
it's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to being rewarded for shooting because it's not something I've ever really put time into before, and it'll be fun to let it new score.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I've just been informed we have a surprise last interview coming in here. So thank you very much, Maz. Thank you for your prompt attendance after your World Prog prep, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the ceremony later on.
Thank you.
All right, Samir, what do you think?
I think that so far we've talked to so many people, and it's been so fun having conversations with people I've never met before. We had so much fun this tier. We had so much fun playing with each other, and overall, I'm really happy that we could all come together and have one last big event before Dawn Trail, before everyone goes to skip the story and prepare for week 1.
I'm so excited. All right, let's bring in our last interviewee. So they have a surprise candidate, another Parsies partner, a streamer, Alina Chan. Hello, Alina.
Hello.
Hi, how are you this evening?
I'm a little frazzled because I didn't expect this, but overall, I'm doing okay.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't expect it either. I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry. I didn't know how, but your name was not on the list, and I realized that it is not right to forgo one of our partners. So I'm super happy to have you on board.
I'm happy to be here.
So,
All right.
Elena, for the people who don't know who you are, can you give a quick introduction? Who are you? How long have you been playing Final Fantasy XIV? And what jobs do you play?
My name is Elena. I'm a healer main, primarily scholar. I switched from Nocturnal Astro in Shadowbringers, and I'm mainly an ultimate raider instead of a savage raider, and I love the Epic of Alexander ultimate. I've been playing for about 3.5 years, and I've just been doing T ever since I cleared it back in 2021.
Now, when you say you love the Epic of Alexander, for those of you who don't know, Elena Chan currently has 498 kills of Alexander. That's
Oh
a
my
lot.
God.
So my question to you would be, why?
It's okie dokie numbers.
He's the coolest robot. If you just look at the objective facts, Perfect Alexander is the coolest robot. And I also have 12 clears from Shadowbringers, so 498 plus 12 is, I think, 510, if my math is right. But I don't know, everything about the fight first fascinated me ever since I saw the Enrage on a Reddit post. When I saw Alexander locking everyone up in the temporal prison, I was like, I want to do this content. And ever since then, I fell in love with the fight. I healed it, and then I started playing Bard, Black Mage, and then I started tanking it, and basically just doing it whenever I could.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say to our people who haven't cleared T in the audience?
Please do it. Like, just do it. Like, it's not too, like, obscenely difficult of a fight, but you should just do it. You'll fall in love with the music, the mechanics, the visuals. Everything comes together in an amazing ultimate raid, and I think it's probably one of the best overall raids there are out there.
So I noticed that you're actually repping a top weapon and not a T weapon. You're giving us mixed signals here. What's going on with that?
There was a, problem with my, when I drove out here, my tire manager was like, oh, we have your T book ready, but they didn't bring it. So the real answer is I don't know where it is. And I don't want to buy another one.
It sounds like you need to cut some wages.
Wait. Can I ask how many tea totems you have in your inventory right this second?
At the moment, I have 5. The reason why is because I throw away a disgusting amount whenever like I make a silly little mistake, or like there was a instance where I threw away like 300 totems just like in one sitting, just because I messed up like a wormhole or something.
That's insane. All right, well, thank you very much, Alina. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look forward to seeing you in the ceremony downstairs.
Of course.
All right. I'd like to give some more thanks here to our interviewer. This is Samir Black from Gilgamesh, and I am Acetia Filianor from Marlborough, and our camera woman, Jacqueline Griffin, out of Zalera. Jacqueline, say hi.
Hello.
Hi. So if you're just joining us now, we're primarily an award show. We've been greeting most of our nominees and special guests, and we'll be heading downstairs now. So let's check out the venue and talk about what comes next. All right, Samir, what awards are you most excited for tonight?
I'm personally most excited for most versatile. I feel like you have to be a special kind of player to not only optimize your job, but jobs in different roles as well. As well as obviously the Golden 99 for caster. Obviously no bias there, but that is what I'm excited for. How about you?
Sorry, I'm just speechless by how many people are here. This is amazing turnout. I'm so glad to have so many people that are here to check out our show. I think above all, I'm most excited to hear about the Golden Sprout Award. I think it's awesome that we're so welcoming to new players, and that we can keep expanding our community through events like this and just through gameplay. Wow, there's so many people here. I am shocked.
I will also give my thanks as well. Thank you for everyone that is here. Thank you for coming. We didn't really have a lot of time to throw this together, so please bear with us. We are doing our best to make sure this was worth the time that you set aside to attend. So please be patient with us. And once again, thank you for coming.
All right, I believe we have an intro video now that Jacqueline would like to share with us.
Yep.
All right. Hello. Okay, so I am Sedia. I'm back with you, and I'm excited to invite on the stage our first special guests, which is we'd like to invite up in whichever order they choose, Apollo and Jackal to talk about 2 special topics in optimization. So there's a lot of theory crafting that goes on behind the scenes for parsing and speeds, and a lot of advanced stuff that goes on in the balance too, or in other community servers. And there's a lot of tooling that goes into making sure this happens and that we can come to correct answers as a community. On our schedule, we have Apollo up first to talk about how he has supported and worked with our speeds community and people looking to get into speeds in the most recent months. So there you go, Apollo. Take it away.
Oh, is there a talking prompt? Oh my god, am
Yeah.
I up here
It's
alone?
your chance. Yeah, you're up here alone, dude. Talk about penguins.
Yeah, penguins are amazing. They
No, the server.
Oh, God, why can't you have better instructions?
Sorry.
Okay, well, if you don't know me, I'm Apollo. I was on the show a little earlier. And this batch decided to run a little server called Penguins on Speeds, abbreviated POS. It's a really great and perfectly run and optimized server. But what it does is it's just a way for us to like schedule competitions for speeds in the odd patch and give people like, a gateway into finding other people who want to try out speeds and giving it a shot. We also, structure the competition and have mentors and provide as much, guidance as we can reasonably can, while also, letting you kind of figure out what you want to do. And we're all there to support you because it's a really hard task to do speeds. And we want to make it, we want to remove all the barriers to entry that we reasonably can while still making it a fulfilling task.
That makes sense. So what are the barriers you hear about most frequently? Is that people struggle to find a group? Does Penguins help you find a group to speed with?
We have recruitment channels, but it's also like a community of a lot of people who already are vested into maybe being a part of it. And, if you converse, you see, or you might see teams that are out there and like, they get roster progged and they have to replace someone and you've interacted with them. It's a place, to find that one extra fill. I think the whole goal is that we can just build a community of just like trying to build as many teams together. And there definitely were teams that like kind of spurred up on the moment and kind of composed and gave it a shot, really out of nowhere. So, yeah.
And do you think we'll see a return to Penguins in the future, sometime in 7.0 or 7.1?
That's a really good question. I'm going to give a very maybe complicated answer.
Okay, that's all right.
So how it stands is 7.0. Penguins will not be doing any activities, mainly because I will be quite busy for obvious reasons. But, the speed scene is like changing a lot and it's constantly, new stuff is happening every single tier. And maybe over time, we look at it at 7.1, and if there's like a community asking for it, we might schedule a even patch competition with a lot of the structure that we have, and we might see how that goes. It just depends on whether the community is thriving on its own or whether we think it might need that bit of structure. But I'm really, I think doing the Penguins on Speed competition like opened my eyes to a lot of the different things that newer players kind of needed help, and it like kind of really broke down a lot of the preconceived notions I had, and it really opened my eyes to a lot of things and like what really works. I think a lot of other people doing it and helping to run the competition also had the same experience of, wow, okay, it kind of does work if you do these kind of things, if you talk to people and you set these things up, these are helpful, or maybe these things aren't super helpful and they're not really that important.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. And I hope that we can see Penguins come back in the future or make more accessible, because what's happened already is amazing, to be honest. To see 8 or 10 teams participating in Penguin's Door Boss was kind of unprecedented. That's about as many who have sped a fight in a patch ever, I think. And I hope we'll only see more teams doing it in the future. So if you guys are interested in speeding potentially in the future, you can follow that Penguins link I put in the in-game chat. I can put it in Twitch chat as well, I suppose. You can join at the server, and hopefully it comes back eventually. We originally were going to give you your own award for this Apollo, actually, but I think we forgot to make a graphic for it. So instead, I will declare it's the Golden Penguin, and you've won it. Okay?
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. All right.
Am I allowed to leave?
Yeah, you're allowed to leave. You're allowed to leave.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next up, we'd like to invite on stage Jackal, who would like to talk about some Final Fantasy tooling she's been working on with other members of the community. Come on up, Jackal.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna work because I gave Jacqueline the streaming rights for this.
Oh. All right. Jacqueline, do you have something you'd like to show on stream?
It's showing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can you
All right,
like blow it up? Because this is like the landing page. So recently, I don't know how many of you know Emerantine. They made a simulator for a DPS simulator, so you can put in like your job and it'll simulate like thousands of times, and you can see how well you performed. Well, we made a website for it instead, so it's a little bit easier with the UI. You don't have to use like Juniper Notebook. It's kind of confusing UI. So I was hoping we could do like a demo with it. I don't know how much you played around with this website, Jacqueline.
I just input the things you gave me to put in, so I.
A demo would be cool if Jacqueline's comfortable setting up a Chrome view on stream.
It already is. It should be at least.
Yeah, you have it up. So since you're like pretty new to it, you do have to log in. So you're gonna have to log in with Discord at the top right.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I can make this a dynamic thing and not just show the page.
Is it transparent?
It is. I don't know why exactly.
It's indeed transparent.
Let me see if I can do something real quick. Hold on.
So, Jackal, I'm curious, if Exu doesn't talk to Catboys, how do you guys operate in Sleep with Cat?
Who doesn't talk to Catboys?
Exu, and you didn't hear in his interview, he said he will not speak to Catboys.
Well, I'm gonna have to bring that up to him. That's an issue.
All right, let's check out this site.
Okay, here we go. So you let me know what you want me to do, and I will.
I don't know why it's like showing up so white. You have like
it's just very white. This is just my default thing on.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's changing the color like that. I guarantee you, this thing is like black.
That's
crazy. This is a dark mode website.
Yeah,
I can't even see it.
But yeah, so what do you?
I'm kind of afraid what's gonna happen.
All right, do you want me to find you a gear set, Jacqueline?
I already have.
I did paste Jacqueline.
Yeah. So I put this intro in.
And you can get on the right that button. Yes.
It's so white.
It's
but it does show.
so white. I don't know why it's white.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's funny.
I wonder. Try something. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. So then I can do.
You just copy the log in there.
Yep. And then character name is just Jackal.
Yeah, you can just leave that. You don't have to fill it out.
I won't fill it out then.
So what's the goal of this site, Jackal?
Well, okay, so this is the single fight analysis page. So let's say you have like a log and you're like, wow, I did terrible. I didn't crit or anything. I don't know. So you're gonna put it in and you're gonna see it'll take what you did in the log and simulate it a couple 100,000 times. And then you can see your performance against a simulation. So you'll be able to see, oh, how well did I perform against the simulator? Was this like an insanely lucky run? And the one I gave Jacqueline was kind of a mid run, but you can see it's like 80th percentile against the sim. So it's not terrible, but a really crazy run will be, around that 99 percentile there in the sim. And you can see, oh yeah, I had a fucking crazy ass run. And there's other stuff you can look at. You can see like a timeline on the bottom left. You can see how my skills, how well they performed also against the simulator. with my logged damage. And then the top right is you can analyze different kill times with the simulator. So you have the log and then each of the percentiles. I mean, it's really good to analyze how well you did. You can also there's also another page for comparing yourself against another player. So if you wanted to have like a direct comparison, it's pretty good. But I mean, you just have to play around with it. I think it's really cool. There's gonna be a lot of new features coming. The screen being white. I don't think that's a bug. I'm not sure why your browser's doing that, but there's gonna be a lot of features coming into Dawn Trail or in the future. So please look forward to it and try playing with the website if you can. I posted the link.
Explosion asks, "Can we run Okie Dokie's door boss run through the simulator?"
Do we know Okie Dokie's Etro?
If
Yeah.
Okidoki has Etro,
If you
I
know
can do
it,
it real quick.
if you know his Etro link, then sure.
All right, let's see.
Does anyone have that on hand?
Yeah. Presumably, it's a common gear set.
I think I have it actually.
You do? Okay.
Let me go grab it.
So is this website ready to go for 7.0? Is it updated already, or is there still one more step that needs to be taken?
Well, Amaratine's sim, the backend is ready. So when Dawn Trail comes out, he'll have to make those updates, and then the site should just be able to work. I imagine he'll get it pushed out by the time Savage is ready.
Okay, awesome. This is so convenient, honestly. All right, well, thank you for working very hard on this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have.
I
see the.
I put in the.
Yeah, it relies on.
But it's taking a second.
It relies on Etro's response time, which can take a very long time.
I see. The classic.
Oh.
Apparently,
Okay,
Etro is
okay.
down according to Sput. So.
Awesome. Okie dokie is saved, I suppose.
So Okie dokie is saved for for today.
Yes, so many logs. The site can't handle it.
Well, yeah. Oh,
Alright, well.
sorry. Jack will post it for you.
Thanks. I got timed out.
Yeah, there you go. You should be fine.
You get banned for 10 minutes. That's not okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jackal. In that case, I'll invite Samir back onto stage to host and introduce our first section of nomination and vote-based awards. Neverin, how many votes did we get overall? It was in the hundreds, right?
Yeah, it was a lot. Thank you guys so much for voting. Thank you for supporting us. It's been a crazy ride, but it's definitely paying off.
Alrighty, guys, gals, non-binary pals. My name is Samir. I will be introducing your nominations here shortly. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody who participated in voting. This would not be possible without your submissions for nominations. And I just want to put a quick disclaimer that this is the first event. We didn't have a lot of time. So please be patient and take these with a grain of salt. This is by no means the end all be all. This person is better than this person. This is something we did for fun, and hopefully that you guys enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get started with the nominations. For the first category, we have number 1 PF Demon. These people are people who are always in the party finder. First, we have Okie Dokie of Seraph, Megajutsu of Adamantoise, Hikari Nakajima of Mateus, and Chocolate Tea of Genova. And the winner for the number 1 PF Demon is Okie Dokie of Seraph. Okie Dokie, can you please come to the stage?
And can we drag Oki into the voice channel for his acceptance speech?
Hello?
Hello.
Okie dokie, come to the stage.
Oh, okay.
All right, Oki. First of all, congratulations on your win. But I just want to ask, like, 2,500 logs, between 6.4 and 6.5. How and why?
I got most of my party finder clears during the even patch. So in the odd patch, I mostly spent my time. I played in party finder, but I didn't spend as much time. But I don't know. I just played a lot in the across both patches, both inside static and especially in party finder.
Did you enjoy playing in the party finder as much as you did? I remember in 6.4, almost every time when I was waking up and going to bed, I would see your name in the party finder. How was that experience for you?
It depended on the day. Some days were good, some days were bad. It just depended on the group of people you actually got to run in party finder with.
Well, okay. Thank you very much, and congratulations on winning the first Parsi of the night.
Thank you.
You can go now. Bye, okay.
Okay, my bad.
Bye-bye.
My bad.
Bye-bye. All right. Thank you to Okidoki, and that 2,000 logs between both patches is insane. We're gonna see in Dawn Trail if he tries to beat that number. Next category we have is the most dependable. This person is someone who you think is always able to show up when you need them the most. Whenever your static is in danger of potentially canceling raid for whatever reason, but this person shows up, saves the day, or they're just the goat. The nominations for this category are Okidoki of Seraph, Esser Stardust of Brynhilder, and the City of Philonor of Melborough. The winner for most dependable is Esser Stardust of Brynhilder. Esser, can you please make your way to the stage? Welcome to the stage, Esser. I believe you'd like to talk in text chat. Is that correct?
Talking is okay too.
Okay, perfect. So how do you feel that your peers voted you as the most dependable player?
I'm a little surprised. The other two are also very good candidates, but I am thankful for all the people who voted for me, and I'm glad to fill your parties.
What do you think? What qualities do you possess that makes you feel like the most dependable player?
I'm pretty flexible on most roles, and I feel like I pick up strats fairly easily. Otherwise, I'm just always glad to play with friends.
All right, and it seems like those friends feel the same in turn. Thank you very much, Esser, and congratulations on your Parsi.
Thanks. Glad to have you guys.
For the next category is the Oh No category. This is when a player is most likely to disconnect during the run. Whether it be during the ultimate raids or during your god runs, this player will disconnect. The nominations are Aura Suteth of Gilgamesh, Lucky Mister of Midgard, and the City of Philonor of Melborough. And the winner for the Oh No Parsi is Aura Suteth of Gilgamesh. Aura, please make your way to the stage. Aura, welcome. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm almost surprised you didn't disconnect walking up here. This is amazing.
I know. It's groundbreaking, I know.
So, this award is not exactly a typical award. How do you feel that you were even nominated for this category?
You know, I'm not surprised at all. I was kind of expecting it when I saw it on there. I was like, man.
When was the last time you disconnected? Do you want to let the audience know?
During raid today, have you had a power outage?
Well, congratulations on winning your Oh No Parsi. And hopefully you do not qualify for this one next time around.
Yeah.
I'm praying for you.
Shout out to Comcast, you know.
All right, now is a good time to mention that we're starting a GoFundMe for Aura's internet. I'm joking. Thank you, Aura, for coming, and congratulations on your Parsi. For the next category, this is the healthiest that you will ever be. The healthiest are given to the players who will never fail you. They will always keep you topped off. They will never let you die to damage. And your God run is always safe in their hands. The nominations for this category are Taeyong Lee of Koearl, Lalate Latte of Sargatanas, Mai Koigawachi of Gilgamesh, and Sylveon of Genova. The winner for the healthiest is Mai Koigawachi of Gilgamesh. Mai, can you please make your way to the stage? Mai, welcome to the stage and congratulations on winning the healthiest. What do you have to do to make sure everybody is good to go from pull to pull?
Hello.
How are you so dependable?
Hello, and thanks for nominating me. When it comes to being dependable, it's important to ensure that the use of the kit is good around the fight and how well that you can make use out of it. I have been practicing an offbeat within healers for a long time, and I felt that it's important to plan out all your cooldown with everyone within the party and to ensure that most of the healing can get out.
All right, and in the optimization scene, you would even drop your own run to make sure that the group survives. And for that, personally, as a fellow static member, I thank you for that. It is very much my pleasure to be the one to award you the Parsi for the healthiest. Congratulations and thank you for your
Thank
good
you.
work on Healer.
Thank you so much.
For our next category, we have the most versatile player. This player optimizes on multiple roles besides their main role, as well as multiple jobs within each role. Your nominees for most versatile player are Naomi Kenshin of Gilgamesh, Maz Marioku of Sargatanas, Jacqueline Griffin of Zelaria, Mai Koigawachi of Gilgamesh, and Okidoki of Seraph. The winner for the most versatile player is Jacqueline Griffin of Zelaria. Jacqueline, can you please make your way to the stage?
Hello.
Jacqueline, welcome and congratulations. Being the most versatile player has to be a very prestigious achievement for someone who heals. Can you let everybody know what exactly you've been doing on the side, how many jobs you've been playing, and how far you've taken them?
Yeah, so I started out as just a healer main, but then coming into this most recent patch in 6.3 as well, I wanted to start learning other jobs and other roles, and so I made 5 separate ults one for each role with 2 for melee. And I got BIS on all 5 of them and have been parsing on every single job. I have at least pinks on all but 4 jobs at the moment, and have been just like parsing and joining parties on a bunch of different roles for the past like 6 months or so.
And just so the audience knows, how many alts do you currently have?
5 alts and then my main, so 6 characters in total.
That is crazy. All right, Jacqueline, I'd like to congratulate you once again for winning Most Versatile, and thank you for continuing to be such an amazing camera woman.
Yeah, of course.
The next category is Thankless Angel. This person is the go-to sandbag. This person has also helped their team achieve top 10 ranks during their sandbag at least 10 times. Your nomination for Thankless Angels are Maz Marioku of Sargatanas, Yuki Nakano of Zodiark, Aubrey Gray of Cactuar, and Okidoki of Seraph. The winner for Thankless Angel is Maz Marioku of Sargatanas. Maz, can you please make your way to the stage? Maz, it seems like you have a lot of fans in the chat who very much support you being the winner for this award. I'll go ahead and voice their collective opinion.
God.
Okidoki says, if Maz has 1 million fans, then I am one of them. If Maz has 10 fans, then I am one of them. If Maz has only 1 fan, then that is me. If Maz has no fans, that means I am no longer on Earth. And if the world is against Maz, then I am against the world. How do you feel about Okidoki's commitment to you being a thankless angel?
Okidoki's a real one. He's me and him are kindred spirits.
What caused you to sandbag for so much? When we were pulling in the nominations, we had only asked for 10, but I think we got over 22 logs, and I feel like that's just that's not even all of them. How do you tolerate being able to sandbag for hours?
Part of it was having a group full of good friends, so it was actually reasonably fun to show up to raid still. But the majority of it was because that was the only way I could get people to agree to play with my red mage. If I spent like 60 to 70% of my time sandbagging on someone.
Well,
So
it seems like
it was a
you've
rather selfish
accumulated-
act, I think.
it seems like it worked out both ways there. And it seems like you've accumulated a pretty big fan base. So it seems like what you're doing is working. So keep up the good work. Continue being a thankless angel. And I guess for everyone else's sake, I hope we continue to see you sandbagging in Dawn Trail. Congratulations on winning. Sorry?
I look forward to continuing.
Yeah, of course. Once again, congratulations on winning a Thankless Angel, and have a good one.
Thank you.
The next category is Keyboard Demon. This person is always yapping in the party chat during raid, whether it be during a 2-minute burst or during the hardest mechanic in the fight. This person is still typing. Your nominations for Keyboard Demon are Okidoki of Seraph, Lucky Mister of Midgardsummer, Hikari Nakajima of Mateus, and Soren Kuruyuri of Zelaria. The winner for Keyboard Demon is Hikari Nakajima of Mateus. Hikari, can you please come to the stage? Hikari, welcome to the Parsies, and congratulations on winning Keyboard Demon. I'm not too sure how proud you are that you've had to communicate so much through text chat, but I wanted to find out why. Why do you think you were nominated for this award, and what put you above all the rest? Hikari says, it's, I guess, expected. Me typing between GCDs often just to state things. Have you ever had to drop the GCD, or do you think you were flawless in each time you had to communicate something? Hikari replies, it's generally a flawless process, almost never clipping. That is impressive. Do you find yourself playing at a higher GCD just to be able to type? Hikari replies, all that matters is being able to type quickly and well, playing Black Mage. Hardcast makes it easier to do so. I don't specifically seek slow GCDs to do so. Well, Hikari, it amazes me that you're able to do all of that and still place relatively high in the Black Mage leaderboard. In fact, I think you ended off rank 3 in 6.4, and I very much envy that. So congratulations on winning your Parsi, and we hope to see more of your keyboard demonness in Dawn Trail. Hikari replies, I was below just Exu and Vanilla in the even patch. AFIAK. All right. Next, we have a little bit of a break to take here from the nominations and the winners, and we actually want to introduce two more guests to talk about what they've been up to, and they have a message for you as well. So, in any particular order, can we please have Sonicreta or Elena to the stage? Can we get Sonicreta in the VC, please? All right, Sonicreta, welcome back to the Parsies. We first saw you in the red carpet interviews, but now you are here and you have a message. So without further ado, I will let you tell the people.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, yeah, here I'd like to actually announce the initial launch of a website I've been working on called The Studium. And the URL is thestudium.gg. And basically, I saw kind of a gap where a lot of people trying to learn about Final Fantasy XIV kind of struggle to find resources. And, you know, if you've ever looked for anything, you end up going through like a million different Discords or diving through YouTube videos, and the videos might be outdated, and it's just kind of tricky to find stuff. And so I wanted to create a new home for not just resources, but also guides and news to just cover different topics and lift up a lot of great minds in the community, as well as cover things going on like the Parsies and other events. And I want to give a thanks to a lot of people in the audience, because a couple people here like Nev, Reina, Effie, and Techniques, and Momo, and they've all given me their content and their knowledge to put on the website. And I hope to put a lot more things on it. And yeah, I'd love for people to check it out and give me feedback on what you like about it. If you don't like how something looks, or if you have, if you're an expert on a job or any part of the game and you'd want to just get your voice out there, I'd love to talk to you and, put your brand on display basically. And yeah, I really want to help people out and lift up more community events and just give people a place to keep up with the community and the game itself.
All right, and then you are also a YouTuber. Do you want to once again plug your YouTube channel?
Yeah, sure. I mean, honestly, the big highlight for me is the website. And you'll certainly find my YouTube on it as well. But it is youtube.com/SonicRida, SONICRIDA. And certainly, I plan on also for many of the articles creating videos just to go along with it, because I want people to have content to consume in any format that they like. And for me personally, just as someone who I enjoy reading articles and text guides, a lot of other games have those, and we don't really have a lot of that here in Final Fantasy XIV. So I hope to fix that.
All right, and do you have any final remarks?
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, I'd love to have feedback, and there's a Discord link on the website. So if you want to join there and chat to me about what I'm doing and what I have next as far as features and everything, I'd love to hear it. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you very much, and hopefully everyone look forward to the website and give us any feedback. Thank you very much. Elena, if you could please make your way to the stage. And then can we get Elena and the VC? All right, Elena, welcome back. Now, a little bit of info for the viewers, in case you missed the red carpet. Elena has 510 clears of the Epic of Alexander Ultimate, and I believe she would like to tell you how much she loves Alexander. So, Elena, take it away.
Can I share a screen here?
Yes, you can. Jacqueline, do you think we can set that up?
I don't have anything set up for it at the moment.
You could pop it out and do window capture.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Give me 1 moment.
So, Lena, if you had to pick a second favorite ultimate, what would it be?
I would probably say the Omega Protocol, because Alpha. That's the only reason.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good reason. That's a good reason.
It should be good, Alina.
Okay, so this is a quick and easy presentation as to why T is the best ultimate. The first thing I want to go over is the T clear rate is obviously the most cleared ultimate in by that time of Endwalker. We're not including Uwu because Uwu is not T, and we're not including Yukov because Yukov is a level 70 ultimate. And obviously these clear amounts are from random players. So I don't know. I just pulled them off of FF logs. I don't know who these are. So just don't worry about it. But this just shows that the Epic of Alexander is literally the best fight. And that's just only one of the points. If it wasn't obvious, the one on the left is my...
Wait, so who has more clears than you?
One of my friends named Tala, Murilla, she has 800.
Do you plan on passing them?
By this point, she's at 800 in Endwalker. She's probably gonna get more in Dawn Trail, but she's definitely surpassed me, and I think that's gonna stay that way.
All right. Is there more to your presentation?
Oh, of course. If we talk about the music and all the ultimates, literally every song about the Epic of Alexander or from the fight is 100% super based and pog camp pills. Meanwhile, other ultimates have a very varied level of epicness through each phase. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who will say like, oh, I fucking hate, oh, I'm sorry for my language. I really dislike, the Omega Protocol's phase 1 music. And people will hate on DSR's phase 2. But T is literally the best ultimate. Because of the music as well.
What is your favorite track from the Epic of Alexander?
I would probably say it's a toss-up between Rise and Mobius Orchestral. They both, like, contrast in the themes that they're trying to convey. Rise is more of that energetic, upbeat, like, super, super cool, and it's really fun to do, like, Inception and Wormhole to it. Not to mention that Rise times up really well with the mechanics from Phase 3. And Mobius is just an amazing orchestral piece, and it really outlines like the power of Alexander and really sets up like how epic he is basically.
If you had to rate Alex on a scale from 1 to 10, where would he rank?
He broke my scale.
Wow. The aura is insane.
I mean, honestly, like if you went on a date with Perfect Alexander, I think anyone going on a date with Perfect Alexander would have a wonderful time. And I don't know, it's just, I just love Alexander. But also Alexander Prime is good too. And Brute Justice and Cruise Chaser and even Living Liquid. I would say Living Liquid is like probably like the lowest I would rate out of all the bosses in T. Probably about like a 9.5 out of 10. Everyone else is a 10, and then Perfect Alex is just, you know, broke my scale.
All right, what's next?
The last thing that I want to mention is the cutscenes during fights. So there are like different kinds of cutscenes that people will consider during the fights. Like some of them are like active cutscenes, like you have the transition from all the primals into the ultimate weapon, like the transformation sequence where he's absorbing all the primals, or the really cool Phoenix Resurrection into the Golden Bahamut phase. But can we just talk about the Epic of Alexander's amazing cutscene where he does his divine judgment from phase 3. You have to survive using Tank LP3 or an insane amount of MIT, and the transformation sequence is possibly like one of the best cutscenes in the entire game. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me because I'm objectively right, and just listening to the music for the first time, and even to this day, even after having over 500 clears, it still gives me chills every time I hear the low, you know, like the low brass coming in with Mobius. Every other Ultimates cutscene is just mediocre compared to T's.
So Bella Posborn says, I want nothing more than Freaky Alex to step and squish me. What do you think about this statement?
This is actually factual and amazingly true, because I'm sure a lot of people who do T in Party Finder or just in general know that there's a specific spot that you can stand in to get stepped on during the Perfect Alex cutscene, and I tend to do that every single time I can. And I don't know, just being stepped on by such an amazing robot is a dream come true to pretty much everyone who's ever done it.
Do you know how freaky Alex is?
I mean, every night I go to bed. I go to bed next to Perfect Alex, so I am well aware of how freaky Alex could be.
All right. Do you have any final message for everybody about Alexander?
Yes. Look at him. He's literally perfect. He has the word perfect in his name. So, if you haven't done T, I really, really suggest you go ahead and do it. That's the end of my silly little presentation. I hope all of you stay hydrated and have a wonderful night.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
You should go check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/ElenaVT. But I'm really shy, so okay, bye. Yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you so much for coming, and thank you about your presentation of Perfect Alexander. I'm sure if he could say something to you right now, he would tell you that your presentation was perfect.
I'll be definitely hearing something like that later tonight.
All right. Thank you very much, Elena. You can go back and hang out with your oompies once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go back to nominations. We have some more categories to go through. And so we're going to start off with the most helpful mentor. I feel like this one doesn't need too much explanation. As we always want to continue to improve, and we seek out guidance to do it. And so these players are always going to be there for you and tell you what you need to know. So your nominations for most helpful mentor are Acidia Philinor of Marlborough, the Latte Latte of Sargatanas, and Jacqueline Griffin of Zolaria. Your winner for most helpful mentor is Acidia Philinor of Marlborough. Acidia, can you please make your way to the stage?
I'm here, Samir. I'm here. Long time no see.
Well, it's been forever, honestly, way too long.
Do you need me to crouch down?
No, yes, please. I'm kind of, my neck is tired of looking up. So, Acidia, most helpful mentor. It seems like you have quite a lot of fans in the audience for you to be nominated for this. How do you feel about your fan base?
Oh gosh. I really appreciate winning this award, to be honest. I try my best to mentor and help people, and I don't even feel like I still feel new to the game myself, to be honest. So I guess what I'm taking away from it is you can always teach someone something and always learn something from someone, and there's always room to improve. And I'm very honored to have won the award. I'm not even kidding. I'm super happy because it feels like I've had the positive impact that I've hoped to. You know what I mean?
That is honestly amazing, and hopefully one day when I pick up the sword, that you will guide me on how to become a better Dark Knight. I do want to say that Sekiyuri said that you taught him how to walk. How did you do that?
This is true, actually. Seki is now like 6'7" or something, but when I was younger, I actually grabbed her under the arms. I picked her up, stood her on 2 feet, and helped them walk. It took a long time, but we did it.
You're honestly such an inspiration, and hopefully they put you in the history books for teaching him how to walk. Truly one of the best walkers I know personally. Acidia, congratulations on your Parsi, and hopefully you will continue to mentor our friends.
I would love to, and I hope we only see our community grow bigger in 7.0 and beyond. Thank you. All right. I'm here to present our next award. One moment, please. Samir, could you come back and inform me what our next award we're announcing is?
Guys, I'm back.
Thank you.
All right, so actually, I think our next award wanted to be announced by our good friend Nevrin Knight. He's actually the organizer, one of the organizers for the event, and a co-owner of ARP. So Nevrin Knight, can you please come to the stage?
Hello,
Welcome,
hello.
Nev.
Hello.
Thank you. Oh, you can come to the light.
So Neb,
Okay.
how are you? How do you feel that you've put in all this work, and it looks like a success so far? So how does it feel to see so much interest in showing our friends some love?
For sure. It's been very humbling, and I'm very grateful for all the turnout, all the support we've been getting, all the messages, everyone like interacting in Twitch chat, on Twitter, on the Discords. It's just been amazing. It surpassed like our expectations, and it's been actually like amazing, stunning. Like we expected it to have like some success, but this far exceeds that. So I'm like I have no words so far. Like we're going over like feedback and all that stuff. But thank you guys so much. Our main idea for doing this event was, well, first of all, there was a cause. We are crazy. And then our main idea was like to bring the community together, the community around optimization and pushing the limits in this game, but also like expand it, show people outside the scene and like the discords and the communities that like this is a cool place. You can try it with us, and I think it's a good time. I think they're very good communities. ARP, SERP, POG, like everyone that has been involved in this team, like spent so much time doing this event for all of us, and it's been really good to see. I think it's the best way to wrap up Endwalker as friends, you know, and as acquaintances, as raiders that respect each other, and it's very wholesome for me. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping now. You guys want more show, so I am introducing to the stage Elevation. Elevation is a world prog raider and also an optimizer from Team Neverland. Neverland has been kind of a superstar team that has been like sweeping Endwalker back to back. They got rank 1 in DSR, they got rank 1 in top, they got rank 1 in Anabaseios, and it's been really cool to see how Neverland came to be, like their story. And yeah, I'll just wait a second for Elevation to get here on stage. Elevation? Okay.
Mr. XX, are you in attendance?
Yeah. Elevation is on the way right now.
All right.
Okay. There we go. Elevation is not on his main character because Elevation is part of Team Neverland. They're based on EU. So this is the secret alt of Elevation, Rake Plaza.
Wow.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, Elevation, it's an honor to have you here on the stage. I've been always very passionate about like the prog scene and seeing your guys' progress and like your aftermath as well. We can say like it's been crazy. My background is WoW. Like I started in WoW, so like the world prog was always like one of the highest peaks of that game, and I'm very happy to see that it's also growing here in 14. Shout out to Mog Talk and Frosty and all the work that the Mog Talk team does around coverage for the scene, and it's been really cool to see. For people that haven't heard about like Neverland's history and like how you guys came to be, can you tell us a bit about it? Like, because Neverland is kind of a team of superstars coming together to just like, delete old bosses, right?
Yeah. So I only joined Neverland right before 6.4, but the beginning of the group started right before DSR. It was actually a combination of what was my previous group at that time, which was Tempest, and then a European group called Entropy, which a lot of people who probably played back in like the Stormblood and like early Shadowbringers days probably know of the name Entropy. They were probably the most successful group when it came to the world race for a good stretch of time. And then that group was kind of like brought back for a time during Shadowbringers. And so when both of those groups kind of fell apart, they basically combined together right before DSR again. And that's where they started. And then immediately after they made that group, they went and they won DSR. They won World First. And then just sort of like continued that momentum going through the rest of the expansion. A lot of people probably know of the group Unnamed from the Japanese side, and those two groups were basically kind of battling each other throughout Abyssos and for Top Prog. And then going into Anabaseios, Unnamed was no longer a thing by that point. And yeah, and then we won Anabaseios.
It's been amazing. Your prog has been stunning. Like sometimes you're days ahead of like the next teams, and it's like, how do you prepare that? How much preparation? I mean, as much as you can disclose, of course, goes into like, you know, executing that well and planning how to tackle like every single challenge that the team throws at you.
See, it's funny because going into 6.4, we actually did not prepare very much at all. We actually made a joke on Twitter about how we spent a day just doing P9 normal because I actually asked the group to do a few runs because I just wanted to do some very minor rotation testing really quick. And that was like a decent chunk of our quote unquote preparation. We rated maybe like 3 days, 3 or 4 days going into that prog. I think a lot of that though probably comes down to the experience that all the players in the group have. Just about everyone in the group, I believe, has been playing the game for several years at this point. And so I feel like over time, what sort of happens is that, you know, when newer groups are kind of coming into the world race or the world prog scene, groups always feel like you have to do this like long list of preparation. You know, you have to do all this old content to re-see new mechanics or perhaps see mechanics that maybe you weren't around or you weren't playing the game at the time when those fights were, I guess, like relevant content. So perhaps you never had a chance to see those before. I feel like a lot of groups end up falling into that trap of feeling like, again, having to do all of this preparation, going through all these older fights and whatnot. But if you've been playing the game for like a long time, I feel like constantly doing that sort of thing ends up not being as effective any longer. You sort of just kind of know, again, through your experience and just having played the game for so long, you kind of know just like what you need to do and what you need as a group to, you know, feel like you're properly prepared going in. And so sometimes that might mean that you're not playing the game as often or you're not doing as much preparation. But I guess like at the end of the day, that kind of falls between what each individual group feels like they need. Some groups will prepare a lot more than others. So it's, you know, it's kind of just up to everyone.
It's very interesting. How do you see like how afraid are you of like the competition in 14? Because we know that in WoW, like it involves a lot more background and structure. I would say like around prog, like even to get like gear that's enough to kill a boss and all that stuff. In 14, things are thankfully simpler, right? Like so any team can get through and like get the prize. There's no like barrier of like getting gear for meeting DPS checks or anything. It's just like I would say like more centered around like what you do in game, right? Like in those specific fights and for that given time. Do you feel like the team has like a safety net that they can rely on to like keep winning in the future, or are you always looking at the competition? How does it work?
I mean, I don't know if I could speak for like everyone in my group. Like perhaps different people may view that a bit differently. For myself, like I don't fear competition. I think actually the reason why I enjoy doing the world race is because like I just enjoy competing. I don't look at it as like fearing other groups or, you know, being nervous about whether we can continue to win. I kind of just focus on what I feel that I can do better, you know, ways that I can improve, and just focus on what my group's doing and what my group can do to improve. You know, at the end of the day, there are several groups who are very, very good, right? Like there's no denying it that there's probably at least 4 or 5 groups out there who could easily win if they just play extremely well and other groups kind of slip up a little bit. That's just kind of the reality. But I just don't feel like you can really focus on that because, again, you know, anyone can win if they play well. I think you just have to focus on yourselves and just kind of like focus on what your goals are. In my group's case, I think we just focus on what we want to do well, and we want to continue to win, obviously. So that's just sort of what our focus point is.
Okay. Now a question like specifically about you as a player. It's not often that we see like people very interested in progging and also optimizing. But you've merged those two. You've bridged that gap, right? Like you've been amazing at like progging, best of the world, in fact, and you've also been like one of the top casters in optimization. What pulled you to Opti, and when did you start?
So actually, when I like very first started playing the game, so this goes all the way back to Heavensward. The very first thing that I got involved in was the optimization scene. Even back then, like ffxiv was kind of starting to take off a bit, and I kind of got roped into that side of the game first. It was actually the progression side that I kind of joined in a bit later. So I started doing like optimization back then. The way like the whole Opti community and the scene worked was very different from how it is today. But I did a lot of like parsing back in Alexander Creator, and I also did like speed running through that raid tier going into Stormblood, and like with Sigmascape specifically. I had a group that was pretty active with doing speed runs for a little bit of time, and we also ranked very high around that time as well. But yeah, so I started with optimization first, and then I kind of transitioned into the world prog scene later. And when I initially got involved with like the prog scene, I actually did not really do optimization stuff for quite a while. I like very much just focused on trying to like improve at world prog, because for me that kind of felt like sort of like the last challenge for myself. Like I felt that I already kind of proved myself from like an optimization standpoint. Like I had done well parsing, I had done well in speedruns, but I had never done that well in prog. So I more so just focused on that for a long time, because I really wanted to kind of take that challenge of, okay, well, I did like rank 1 in Opti. I want to be able to say like I'm world first in prog for once. And it took a long time to get there, but I eventually made it. But yeah, so I started with Opti, moved to prog, and now I just, you know, I kind of just enjoy doing both. So that's what I do.
Okay. Thank you so much. One last question. Dawn Trail is next week. We're all super excited. What are you excited about? Like, what do you feel like you want to see from the fights? And what can we expect from Neverland this time around?
So, well, I guess I answer that in 2 parts. For myself, I'm just excited for new content. Like, it's been a long content drought, I'm sure, for everyone here. Like, we all just want to have new content to do, new raids to do. From that little snippet that they showed from the live letter, it seems pretty cool. Like the whole aesthetic and the idea behind their new raid series, this sort of like tournament arc that they're doing. I think that's really cool. I'm really hoping that their raid design will just continue to improve a bit. I think there were some good things and some not so good things from this expansion that I would like to see improved on. But overall, I'm going in with like a pretty optimistic mentality behind everything. Excited for Savage. I'm obviously excited for Ultimate that's coming up at the end of the year. There's also like some other content that I think is going to be really cool. The especially the 48-man content that they did say would eventually happen. I know some people have been really wanting that sort of content again, especially since we didn't get any from Endwalker. So having that will be really cool as well, because that doing like 48-mans, we get to sort of like collaborate with other raid groups to form like the 2 big alliances, and that's always been like a very fun time. Like having done that for what was it, Baldarian Arsenal, and then DRS, I believe it was called. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. And I know like those aren't like official world race events, but there is still kind of like this fun community aspect, and there is a little bit of like a race that goes on. It just ends up being more of like a North American groups versus like the Japanese groups, which is kind of what it's been in the past. For Neverland, I can't really say too much. What I can say is that next week there will be some kind of announcement that will detail what my group is going to be doing. Yeah, I really can't say much about it other than that, but I know that my group's very excited for it. And I think for people who enjoy the world race, like whether you're playing or if you follow it, that it's something that a lot of people I hope will enjoy. So, but I think it's really cool. Like I said, we're very excited for it.
Okay, thank you so much, Elevation. I am very intrigued to see what's coming from Neverland and from you and your own path. And like, I'm excited to see how the World Prog race goes this time around. It's definitely like one of my personal highs from an expansion as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. We have a prize to award. This is the Golden Sprout. Golden Sprouts are people that haven't optimized in Abyssos, and they have optimized in Anabaseios. So we took people only that were like below rank 150. Let me check. Let me see here. Okay. The award for Golden Sprout goes to Samir Black.
What's up, gamers? Thank you very much for having me. I'll be honest. I still very much consider myself a sprout, despite how much I know now compared to when I started. I'm still very much eager to learn, and I will very much continue to learn. Parsing has been really fun. I've met a lot of cool people along the way. Shout out to Parabellum for giving me a place to hone my skills and learn more. And thank you to all my black mages that I'm able to look up to and learn from. Exu, Peridot, Idis Darkbane, Okie Dokie, my goat. Thank you very much for dealing with my questions. And honestly, it was very fun to play with you this tier and bug you about the fundamentals and optimization of Black Mage. So thank you, everybody. And I will continue to go just as hard in Dawn Trail. And I can't wait for the expansion. On that note, we now have community submissions for not per se some more fun categories. So our first category is our most interesting UI. This is where you guys submitted in screenshots of your UIs to us, and the community voted on who had the most interesting UI. So Jacqueline, if you could please show off the UIs. I honestly don't know what to even think about that. What do you guys think, Nev, Asidia? What like how do you raid like this?
Sorry, say that again.
How do you raid like this? How is this possible? Why would you choose to raid like this?
I think it's good. I like it. There's enough going on in one game and there's something going on in the other game. So like you can double weave, triple weave, maybe. Like you double weave in 14, you weave on the other game. I don't know. I think it's creative. I like it.
I don't
I
know who
think
this
in Twitch
person
chat,
is.
Valentine, it's being productive. Yep, I agree. I think it's amazing.
I believe this is Salty Star based on what I was seeing.
Okay, GG Salty Star.
I think Salty Star might be the faker of Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I think this is actually really good. Salty Star, we kneel.
I apologize for my earlier statement as well. Actually, we only have the winners for the category for these next upcoming categories. So, without further ado, the next category we have for you is the best action screenshot. These are screenshots that were taken during raid, and we had some pretty interesting clips. Screenshots, and this is the one that we've decided is the one that looked the most epic. Jacqueline, if you can put that on the screen now. This one seems to have been taken in P12S door boss during limit cut.
Amazing.
And Nev, it looks like you're in this one.
It looks like you are in this one as well.
How did you get there?
I don't know. I took a wrong turn. I was looking for some vendor in a city, and they told me to take a right, and I did, and yeah, crazy.
Well, it seems like this looks pretty pog to me, so I can see why it was a fan favorite. Our next category is actually going to be the funniest optimization clip. We had a few submissions for these, but the one that won is a little interesting, and you might recognize some of the people in this clip. So why don't we go ahead and show the winner for funniest optimization clip?
I'm about to grab the shock collar, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god. No way. There's no way this is real. Focus. No way. Focus. Oh my god, I'm fucking crying.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever wondered what it takes to be one of the top speed teams in Final Fantasy XIV, now you know.
Yeah, I feel like PA just like left some craziness in all of us. We will never look at dogs and snakes the same. Some teams have like snake markers, snake macros. Barking is amazing as well. I think it's it was a very character defining fight for sure. Okay, thank you everybody for your submissions. That was amazing. It was so funny to see like all the submissions for these categories. And what do we have next, Samir?
The next category is going to be for the better strat. There were so many strats that were used in the Party Finder during Prague throughout all of Endwalker, and through popular vote, this strat was voted as the best strat. The winner was Sleep of Purgation from the fight P7S.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've actually never done P7S before, so Nev, why don't you tell us a little bit about this strat?
Well, I was in a casual group back then, but we did pretty well in the first two bosses. We did like 30-something pulls per boss, which is fine for like a casual group just starting out. we got to P7 and we had 50 something, and we thought like, oh, purgation is really hard to solve. We were trying to pendulums, we were trying to go back and forth. It was a whole thing. And then someone DM'd me this weird strat called sleepo purgation. I was like, ain't no way this works. This is a meme. It wasn't. We cleared 3 pools after. So I'm very thankful to Sleepo for the Sleepo purgation. It was definitely a godsend for the entire player base.
The next category, by popular vote, is for the best song in a fight. And the winner for the best song is P8S Doorboss Embers.
Very good song. Very, very good song.
I personally actually have some experience with P8S. This was actually around the time I started playing, or raiding, I would say. And P8S was definitely an experience, and Embers was a really fun track to listen to. I actually don't turn off the music too often when I raid. I very much enjoy the soundtracks in this game, and Embers really holds a special place in my heart, regardless that I wasn't there to enjoy it for the first time with all of you.
Hell yeah. I think this game has a lot of like really, really good songs. Soken and the team, they're gods. It's amazing. What do we have next?
The next category is Best Boss. This was your number one fight in Endwalker. And I feel like one of the most qualified people to vote on this would be Okie Dokie, since he has over 2,000 logs. But let's see what the people voted on. The winner for Best Boss was also P8S Part 1.
Fair. I would say for optimization, it was definitely a very frustrating fight to the dog snake RNG, but I think it's very well built as far as like a fight goes. It's really, really interesting.
It seems like the chat is a little bit shocked about this result. To that, I would say maybe consult your friends, see who voted, and maybe add them to the new and improved blacklist in Dawn Trail.
Okay, chat. Okay. How about you vote for the next time and make a difference? Don't forget to vote for the next edition of the Parsies. We're gonna have stuff up sooner, hopefully, because we're gonna have 4 months instead of like 3 weeks to organize that one. So we're gonna be like pumping the channels, the socials, all that stuff, so you can make your voice heard.
All right. So next we have the Golden 99s. Neb, can you tell us a little bit about a Golden 99, what they are, and what it takes to be golden?
So for this first, this is season 0 of the Parsies. We did this in the off patch, so we didn't have lock-ins for 6.5. 6.4 was a while ago, so we tried to do something to pretty much like wrap up the expansion, make a party with all of us, and showcase to the outside how this community can be really welcoming and people don't hate each other really. It's there's a lot more camaraderie than what you can expect in Opti. So like I would urge all the raiders that are looking at this to try it out. Try joining a Parse party, a Discord, feel out how the community is, and most people are very willing to teach and guide you along the path. So we split nominations as top voted, and then they would be chosen by us to kind of counter how popularity would skew things, which it still does, but we didn't want to like give every award to the same person, right? For Golden 99s, these are totally about votes. Golden 99s had no appreciation from the team. Whoever got the highest votes won the category. So that's what a Golden 99 is. It's just a fan favorite, the expression of who the community thinks did the best. That's what it takes to be golden.
All right. Well, on that note, let's get on with our first category for Golden 99. The first category is Parsing Team, and your nominations were OMG Pushin, Lipo Cat, and Meow Meow Mondays. The winner of the Golden 99 for Parsing Team is OMG Pushin. The next Golden 99 category was for speed teams. Your nominations are RNG Factory, Filippo Cat, and Exception. The winner for the Golden 99 speed team is RNG Factory. The next Golden 99s will be based on role. The Golden 99 for the tank role. Your nominations were City of Eleanor and Elson Dew. The Golden 99 goes to Cydia Eleanor of Marlborough. The next category is Golden 99 for healer. Your nominations were Sylveon, Lalate Latte, Lucky Mister, Jacqueline Griffin, and Mai Koigawachi. The winner of the Golden 99 for healer is Sylveon of Genova. Next category for the Golden 99 is Melee. Your nominations were Silverkey Ashen One of Alexander, Nishian Eriksson of Adamantois, and Naomi Kanshin of Gilgamesh. The winner for the Golden 99 Melee is Naomi Kanshin of Gilgamesh. The next category for Golden 99 is Ranged. Your nominations were Thorin Kuriuri of Zelaria, Chocolate Tea of Genova, and Rin If of Chocobo. The winner for the Golden 99 for Ranged is Thorin Kuriuri of Zelaria. The next category is for Caster. The Golden 99 caster nominations were Maz Marioku of Sargatanas, Okidoki, Seraph, Idis Darkbane of Fairy, Vanilla Milk Smoothie of Hades, and Samir Black of Gilgamesh. The winner for the Golden 99 caster goes to Okie Dokie of Seraph. And those are all of our Golden 99s. As Nev said earlier, these were based on community votes and who got the most votes. So, for the next iteration of the Parsies, if you want to see your oomphs on the nomination list, or perhaps achieving a Golden Parsi, make sure to vote. Vote, vote, vote. Next on our program, we have two more special guests. I would like to introduce to you Ty C and Sneer in no particular order. Can you both get ready to come up on stage? All right, we'll take Sneer first. Can we drag Sneer into the voice call?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Welcome, Sneer, and welcome to the stage for the Parsies. Hopefully, you've enjoyed the show so far, and I hear you have some stuff you want to talk about. So, without further ado, I will leave it the rest to you.
Okay, hello y'all. I just prepared a speech, so I'm just gonna say it. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending the Parsies, and thank you to the wonderful host for setting up this event. I'm Sneerful, a melee main, amateur Opti raider, Twitch streamer, and fellow MMO enthusiast. I'm grateful to be here and to see all of y'all. Something special about the Opti/parsing community that I've noticed is everyone I've met has been driven, passionate, or talented in some way. Many people I've parsed with have been some of the most consistent, knowledgeable, and insane raiders I've played with, and I look up to my friends and fellow raiders alike for their skill and expertise. Many of y'all inspire me in ways unseen, and for that, I thank you. For anyone new to parsing, I encourage you to experiment and see if you like it. But for my fellow parsers, I hope you continue on your journey to push your limits. For me, I view parsing as a way to improve myself, to push my skill ceiling, and to see what my body and mind is capable of doing. But when I first started optimizing and Asphodelos and Anabaseios, I was selfish in a way. I only really cared about my log, my job, and the party catering to my needs. However, parsing isn't possible without a team of 7 other players to help you get your log, and especially without a community. Over time, I realized that my personal bests would not have been possible without other raiders to create an ideal environment for me to excel. Now, I try my hardest to improve myself, but also help others with their PBs and figure out ways to make runs best for other members. I hope this feeling is shared by others in the community, as lifting each other up makes our foundation stronger and the competition more fun. Many times, I see parses used as a weapon or punishment if you don't do well enough, either to belittle yourself or others. There's been many times where, even myself, I viewed myself as a lesser person because I wasn't getting good logs, or messing up mechanics, or losing uptime. I've seen many peers feel this way as well, where you associate your self-worth with your performance. Parsing should never be used to breed hostility. Rather, I want parsing to become a community where we support one another and fight with the essence of friendly competition, and seek to push ourselves to become our best. I implore you, my fellow raiders, your worth is never determined by your logs. Rather, your mindset and drive in the face of failure. Don't let numbers determine who you are, rather how you treat others and yourself. And for anyone new to optimization or raiding as a whole, I can understand how it looks intimidating. I was scared to start raiding when I was a sprout, scared to step into my first PF, scared to join my statics, and I was scared I was never good enough. I've never been a raider that is naturally talented, and thus I practiced and practiced until I was no longer scared and until I felt confident. It's okay to be scared, and it's okay to not be naturally gifted. As long as you have the right mindset, everything will fall into place. Even if you are afraid, fight afraid. Even if you are weak, fight weak. Hold fast to your convictions, and it will never fail you. I hope with Dawn Trail arriving, we as a community continue to embrace improvement within oneself and promote camaraderie amongst one another. As a final message, I posit to you this call to action. Pursue what you love. Discover what sparks joy in your life. Pave the future that you want. Take hold of your fate and redefine it. You are a warrior of light, brave and true. Thank you for your time and good luck in Dawn Trail. That's my speech. That's it. That's all I prepared.
All right. Thank you, Stair, and thank you for preparing such a heartfelt message. I hope everybody listened well, as there were definitely some wise words spoken. Our next guest was in the red carpet earlier, and you may know him as a recognizable samurai player for Sleepo Cat. Tai C, can you please make your way to the stage?
How's it going? I don't even
All
know how
right,
to follow that.
Ty.
That was so amazing.
Take it away. Good luck.
Well, yeah, I'm Tyceave, samurai player. I mainly just wanted to take this time to kind of thank everyone in the community for not only just like allowing me to be the person that I am and enable me to be the person that I am, but also giving me such a like wonderful group of people to always come back to, even if I sometimes don't play the game as much anymore. But I would really like to take this time to just let everyone know that whatever you want to do in this game, don't forget where you came from. I know it's kind of hard to get caught up in the weeds of achievements and accolades, but always take time to reinvest in people that you want to inspire and you want to take time to work on, because those people will be your competition in the future, and they will always be working just as hard as you, even if it doesn't look like it. It's a long road. It's hard. It's a very difficult and honestly heartbreaking process, but you could do it. And I think that we would all benefit from just enjoying every person that we get to play with, enjoying the moment that we get to spend time or spend with each other, and keep inspiring your competition, I think, is the key takeaway. Like, you are nothing without the people that you get to play with. You're nothing with the people you get to compete with. And if we keep stifling each other's competition, then why are we competing in the first place? On a more positive note, I just want to also say, like, your teammates, whatever you do, prog, speeds, parsing, even if you parse with regular people, you do extremely high-end savage or ultimate prog, world first prog, whatever, or just like slow roll prog with the homies. Appreciate your friends, lean into them, cherish each other, and just live in the moments. You don't know when that'll all get to go away. So I don't really have as much of a prepared speech as others, but that was kind of mainly what I wanted to get at and use my time for.
That was a very heartfelt message. Thank you, Ty, for the message, taking the time, and thank you for coming. And I really hope you enjoyed the event, and same for everybody watching as well, and everyone here in the venue.
Yeah, and I guess
it was. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I guess one more thing too. Yeah, thank you guys for putting this together. I've been just kind of watching on the side, and this has been beyond my expectations, like just production wise. And I think it's very valuable for the community. So thank you for doing that. It's been amazing.
Well, hopefully we did a good enough job to keep you coming back, because we are doing another round of the Parsies in Dawn Trail. Thank you again for taking the time to deliver your message.
Yep, thank you.
Speaking of messages, we actually do have a message from FF Logs. We asked them if they had anything they wanted to say to all of us parsers, optimizers, speeders, and this is what they have to say. We enjoy listening to the community and the feedback and try to make things as fair as possible for everyone. Hopefully, we were able to please most people that enjoy the parsing/optimization aspects of the game, and we're hoping to continue to let people enjoy that part of the game. We have some changes for Dawn Trail as well, especially in regards to triple weaving, as we've heard that is sort of an issue right now, and we're hoping to level the playing field for parsing as a whole. It's fun to see all the cool tech the team brings, especially with stuff like LB optimization and even the like. No healer runs or full tank runs, and recently the undermanned UCOB as well. Hope everyone keeps supporting us so we can continue to provide a website where people can have fun and enjoy things. Yay, FF logs! All right, folks. I believe that is everything we actually have scheduled for the program. So really quick, I'd like to invite the team, Nev, Asidia, everybody who is part of the production. If you could please come on stage. Jacqueline as well. If you would exit first person and get on stage. Our G posers, Mai, Ava, if you could please make your way on stage. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys. You guys are my peers, my friends. And to be honest, I don't think this event would be possible without any of you. And it was a blast to throw. And hopefully we get to continue to do this between Ray Tier and Ray Tier. For those of you I've rated with, thank you for making me a better player. Thank you for just hanging out with me and all that stuff. Nev, thank you for doing a lot of the graphics. Jacqueline, thank you for being such a good camera woman, such a good host. Mai, thank you for being one of the healthiest healers I've ever gotten to play with. Ava, thank you for your epic G poses. They're great. Asidia, thank you for being such a great red carpet interviewer and mentor. And did I miss anybody? Arya, thank you for continuing to support us, reaching out to everybody, and Serp, getting your friends here at Sleepocat to attend. Thank you for all of that, and Aletha, thank you as well for everything that you've done. We wouldn't have been able to do this without you. And thank you to POG. They provided the venue here today. They gave us permission to make it to make it as special as we could for the events. Hopefully, we didn't make them too mad with the changes that we made, but we promise we'll put it back. We'll put it back. I promise. And thank you, all of you, the audience, the special guests for coming, saying everything you had to say. And it was really such a fun event. And I'm really happy that we got to share this moment with every single one of you. I'm super excited for what Dawn Trail brings. And hopefully I will see you all again. And if not, more of your friends, tell your friends and vote for the Parsies during the next rendition. Does, do any of you have? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I want to see everyone back in 7.0. This was fun. We'll make it better.
Thank you, everyone.
And everyone come up on stage now.
Yeah,
come up on stage.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Now come up on stage. Everyone, literally
Yeah,
everyone.
Literally everyone.
Literally everyone. Literally anyone who is there. Yeah. Oh my god.
Wait, okay, who plays the Lily Bell? Come on.
Why is Heidel in here?
Oh my god. There are so many people. Okay, I don't know if anyone's actually going into GPOs, but everyone can at least look and see all the people here through all of the effects. Oh my god.
let me turn those effects off. Oh gosh. Yeah, we got a Dragoon corner going on over there.
I see you guys who are not up here. Get up here.
I'm guessing some of them at least are AFK.
I see you. Get up here.
Surely there's a few people AFK, yeah.
No. Can we start combat so we can rescue them up here?
But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for watching. Anyone who voted, any of the nominees, any of the winners. This was a really fun event to stream and also just host and everything. So thank you to everyone who made it happen.
So fun.
Thank you so much, everyone. Everyone in the team, everyone that attended, voted. Like it's been actually crazy. I have no words. We'll go over like all the feedback, try to make it better for the next time, and a very special thanks to everyone in the team for all you've done. Even people that joined the team today, Akumi has been amazing as well in Twitch chat. Everyone that is part of the teams in communities that do a lot of like work for free to make these things possible, and I respect that a lot. I think that's very humbling of everyone to spend their time to do this. So thank you.
We also had like 10 times the viewership I expected. I can't lie. That was
Oh no, for real.
Isn't it like time to like break out into song or something?
I don't fucking know.
Wait, let's run the other channel with everybody in it. Let's see what they have to say.
Oh my gosh, go join. Yeah.
Okay, go.
Fucking hilarious.
Is it anyone's birthday today? Any birthdays? How about we just sing happy birthday to Oki anyways?
There it is again!
Okay, 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Oki. Happy birthday to you.
Dude was fucking nominated for every single award.
Oki.
We just love you, Oki.
How old are you turning?
86. Wow, Oki. Such wisdom.
Are you turning 2,255?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We can't just know the kill count off Dome.
I learned it beforehand. 2,255. Oh yeah, shout out Charlie for giving me the best bid of the event. Discount code Kakaidos at betterhelp.com.
Maybe the dog one more time.
Yeah, one more time.
Are we about to have the most yappest Meow Meow Mondays raid day ever?
Yes. Oh my god.
Of course.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn off, I'm gonna turn off this stream and then I'm gonna raid myself.
35 minutes late.
I'm gonna raid myself because we're doing Meow Meow Mondays. So if y'all want to stay for parsing, I was told to raid myself.
About to steal 200 viewers.
I was told to raid myself before this. So I'm gonna raid myself and then my stream will start soon. We're gonna be fucking parsing because that's all we do. So if anybody thinks that, I will see y'all soon.
Oh boy.
Bye.
The stream will be ending.
Yo, okay, real
Thank
question.
everyone.